Yo, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Prop Firm Match TV. What's going on, guys? Good to be back with you today on this Wednesday. And we got a great show today. We have Forex Ike coming on as our special guest. And it's going to be a good time, man. We're giving away some accounts, some Blue Guardian, some Top 1 futures, one 100K Tradeify account. We'll be doing that all week as well. Stay tuned for that one. We'll probably give that away once Ike is on here, hype it up as much as possible. But yeah, looking forward to chatting with Ike again. He's one of my favorite traders, man. He's one of my favorite guys in the space. And he's our first recurring guest, right? So he's the first guest we're having on for the second time. So that's going to be cool. Hopefully we can see him on more often. But yeah, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? I see Sammy in the chat. Satish, Benjamin, what is going on, guys? What is going on? Good morning. So I'm going to get my charts up. Market's moving lower again. Overnight, we had a nice little sell-off. Now we've kind of gotten back to where the market opened. NQ is down 0.15%, ES down 0.08%. So it's anyone's guess today on bullish or bearish. I have some ideas. I got some levels that I can give you guys to watch out for. And we're just going to do what we do every day, right? Just take live trades. So let me get my screen up here and let's get into it. And we got news in 10 minutes. Let me check on that. You might be right, which would be great. We're finally getting news again, which I think is a good reason why the market has been moving pretty clean this week, because we got news coming back into the mix, thankfully. So, okay, let's do this. There we go. I did take a little short in the Asia session. I mean, really quick move. I caught like 40 ticks, maybe like 8 or 10 points, but quick little move on my Apex accounts, my Apex PAs. I can go over that briefly. Looks like, once again, I'm happy that I'm a scalper because we ended up moving higher. So this is why right there. See, 199 bucks on 3 accounts. And that's why I like scalping, guys. In and out, in and out. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Yesterday was pretty clean, man. We caught some nice trades, some nice winning trades. Hold on. I feel like my lighting is a bit yellow. I kind of want to change this. Hold up. Let's do this. It's too blue. Yeah, maybe we'll work with that. I'll work on it. Got some new extra lighting up in here in the studio, so playing around. But yeah, what's going on, guys? How are you? Are you guys excited for the Tradeify giveaway? 100K, man. 100K accounts. Yeah, my lighting isn't that good today. Yeah, let me do one other thing. Sorry, guys. Sometimes, listen, this is a real, genuine stream. Sometimes we got to fix the lighting. Still a bit off. We'll work on it. But yeah, guys, how we doing? Start now, please. Oh, no, we're not going to do the giveaway as soon as the stream starts. That's silly, man. Mayak, you're on a losing streak. Okay, bro. Well, let us know about it. Tell us why. What do you think is the issue? Is it the market conditions? Is it there being news again? Were you getting used to the market just grinding its way up to new all-time highs? Because that's always a possibility. Juliet, how we doing? Good morning. Happy to see you too. So yeah, guys, I mean, I took a very quick little short. I mean, we were in and out in maybe 30 seconds. Like this was such a quick move. It looks silly in hindsight, but hey, it netted me $600 total for the day, right? So quick little scalp. Again, I caught 40 ticks, like just in and out, man. Quick little move, 0.5R. Yep, negative risk reward. That's how we do it sometimes. When will we give away the 100K account? When I feel like it, man. No, I'm kidding. Probably we'll do it when Forex Ike comes on. He'll be on at 9:30 and he'll be on until 11, man. We got Brooklyn in the house. He's also from New York City. So shout out Forex Ike, bro. But yeah, I got some levels I want to look at for sure. I'm definitely interested in price today. I'm going to be taking trades. Usually I'll tell you guys in the morning, like if I think it's going to be a good day or not. I think we're going to have clean price action. I think we're going to be good. So we just play around, man. All right. 100 likes. Yeah, if we get to 100 likes, I'll give away the Tradeify account. So if you guys get there as quick as possible, we'll do it. We'll do it before ForexIke comes on. I'd say that's a good deal. By the way, how are you doing, Zach? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's, what is it, Wednesday? We've been green every day this week. We're chilling, making things happen. I got no complaints, man. What's my view on NFP? Yeah, let's actually check on this this calendar here. So yeah, we have, well, it's not NFP, non-farm employment exchange. Okay, so that's going to release in 4 minutes. So cool. We'll be able to watch that, see what happens. I don't pay too much mind on the fundamental reasons if it's going to be hot or cold. I really don't care, man. I'm an intraday trader. I trade technicals. The only thing the news does for me is it brings volatility, which is good. I like volatility. But that's it. I'm not really here to predict like macroeconomics. At the end of the day, my view is the markets are designed to go up. They go up more often than they're going down. So we can always lean with a bullish bias, higher time frame and fundamentally. But we take trades intraday, man, level to level. We wait for confirmations. We have signals. We look for patterns, however you trade, and you capitalize on low time frame volatility. Does the U.S. government shutdown affect your trading? So I think it did. Like the way it affected my trading personally was without there being news, the markets are designed to go up, right? So without there being news, we just did not have any kind of like realistic pullback in the market for 2 weeks in a row. Like this is when the government shut down, right? So everybody thought it was going to be super bearish. Market always does the opposite of what people think, right? So government shuts down here, and this is what we did for like 2 weeks. Just grind up, man. It was rough price action. Then we went into a really tight consolidation. I did a little bit better here, not on this day. Like this price action was just awful. This was rough. But once we started getting some cleaner moves to the upside and the downside, we started sweeping out old highs and lows. Price started making more sense, at least for the way that I view price action. So once we got back around here, this was Thursday, October 25th. This is when we started really cooking again. And we made some good money, which is funny because I got lucky. I mean, I think I took that payout, what was it, the 22nd? So I took that payout right before all of this when the market conditions were clean. I got lucky with that. Sometimes you are 1 or 2 days away from a payout and you know what happens? You get this and then you end up going in a drawdown and it's really out of your control. So we got lucky with that. I was able to lock in a payout before the conditions got untradeable. But now, I mean, it's been clean. Like this is just clean downside trend, right? I got no complaints with this price action. We consolidate a little bit. We see accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Like this is just beautiful price action for me, right, guys? We were going over AMD the other day. Here it is right here again. Like it just shows itself constantly. Let's just mark this out because this is like a perfect example. Okay, accumulation. Manipulation. Distribution. Follow the trend. You just need to sweep out some low time frame liquidity. Screenshot that if you guys are trying to learn AMD. I mean, there it is. Just so perfect, man. That is a trend continuation AMD pattern right there. You're in line with the higher time frame trend. Market's going lower. We begin to accumulate. We manipulate to the opposing side, so counter trend. We stop all of the early shorts out, and then we run. That's it right there, man. What was my best prop firm experience? Honestly, I think my best prop firm experience on the futures side, because I learned on futures. That's where most of my payouts have come from. I made a little money in the CFD space, but I switched over to futures really early. My best prop firm experience is, I think, Tradeify, man. I really do, because they just pay out so quickly. They pay out within 15 minutes. Like that's really when it comes down to dealing with payouts and dealing with a prop firm. That's one of the biggest things. You just don't want to have any kind of anxiety about when you're getting your payout. You don't want it to take a bunch of days. With Tradeify, I mean, truly, I request my payout and I am paid within 15 minutes, except the first one. So your first ever payout with them, because they need to verify you and stuff, that will take usually 24 hours. But after that, every subsequent payout, I'm not even exaggerating, within 15 minutes, it's in my bank account. So yeah, I would say Tradeify. Remember, guys, we actually still have that deal going on where if you review a futures prop firm, as long as you actually have an account with them, if you have an account with a futures prop that's listed with prop firm match, and you write a review, an honest review, you will be awarded a 25K account. That's a little promo going on from Prop Firm Match. We actually it's still running because they're going with the first 500 people to do it. So you still have some time to get a free account just from giving an honest review about one of your prop firms. So, I mean, for me, I should enter it myself and do it on Tradeify because I'll give them a stellar review. Shout out Tradeify, man. But yeah, as far as promos go, we got our standard stuff. So remember, guys, code match, you'll always get the best discounts. As far as discounts go, I think Top 1 Futures is the best bang for your buck with code match. I think 55% off instant funded accounts is like an insane promo. And code match will get you that. Also, Apex. I think Apex has a really good deal going on right now with 70% off. And what I like about them is they have 70% off, okay, but they also have a discount on their activation fees. I know nobody likes paying activation fees. Their activation fees currently are $40, which is way different from the usual like $149. So I'd say these are the best promos right now with code match that you can get the most bang for your buck. But I still have to give like Tradeify honorary praise, man, because if you're looking for the quickest payout possible, that's Tradeify, in my opinion. Which futures firm has no consistency in both challenge and funded? There's really, there's none. There's no futures firm that has no consistency in both. It wouldn't even make sense to look for it, even on Prop Firm Match. It doesn't exist. Almost every futures firm has a consistency rule in the funded, and some have it in the eval. When is it time for questions? I've got a lot to ask. I mean, bro, fire away. If you got questions for me, just let me know, man. Where's John? John is on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so he'll be back tomorrow. Trying to look into futures too, since Forex charts are different across different brokers. Yep. Yeah, man. Listen, that is one of the biggest reasons people love futures. Regulated by the CME, everybody has the exact same data feed. People underestimate how important that is. Also, no spread, no slippage. Also, you can actually use volume tools. Like when you're looking at Forex and you're trying to use a volume profile on a Forex pair or a CFD on the Oanda chart, you are going to get different volume than if you're looking at a different broker's chart. So volume tools especially are a lot less effective when using unregulated brokers, okay? If you're trading futures, the data feed is all standardized by the CME. So what you see happening is all happening in the same place. So you can trust your volume tools infinitely more. Look at funded next. Yeah, I do got to look into funded next, man. Funded next futures, not funded next the CFD, but they've been making some waves, dude. They're brand new. Okay, so they're a new firm, but they have been making waves. I'm pretty sure they're one of the only firms that don't have payout caps either. So yeah, I would shop them out. I mean, they're listed on PFM. So again, 5% off with code MATCHFN. Yeah, I got no issues with them. If they're listed on PFM, they're trustworthy enough for me to trade with. That's for sure. I believe CFD with no consistency is easier than futures prop firms. Yeah, man, it's all a give and take. This is the thing. Like, if you're going with futures prop firms, or if you're going with CFD prop firms, yeah, you don't have consistency. I would say arguably it's technically easier to get your first payout with them because there's no consistency rule, but it's all about the balance, okay? With CFD props, a lot of them do not allow you to copy trade anymore. You also you have way reduced leverage. If you're trying to trade indexes, you have very reduced leverage, nowhere near what you get in futures. And the thing about futures is that they allow you to copy trade. You can copy trade 20 accounts, 10 accounts, 15 accounts. That's where the payouts get much bigger. For example, I took a Tradeify payout for 10K last week, right? All I had to do was make $3,000 on my accounts because I was copy trading. I was copy trading 5 accounts. I made 3,000. I withdrew 2 times 5. You can't do that with CFDs in the same way. So it just depends on what you want to do, man. Like I personally think there's a lot more edge and profitability in exploiting futures prop firms for the copy trading ability, the scalability. I think you can get much bigger payouts with them. But on top of that, then you have the technicals. I mean, you have accurate volume tools, you have centralized data. A lot of people just have a hard time with like consistency scores. But for me, guys, I don't full port my trades. I'm not trying to make all my money in one day and then like that's not really sustainable trading. So for me, I'd rather take base hits day after day after day, lock in payouts. Shivam, for Blue Guardian, there is no activation fee. So you're good. You are good. Yeah, I think FundIndex does offer 100% refund on the challenge fee. That is true. Okay, Josh has a good question in here. So he says, bro, since midnight has been touched several times with the pre-market, do you even use it for a target once the market opens? Really good question, Josh. Let me, I actually don't even have midnight marked yet. Let me do that real quick. Let's take a look at that midnight open price. Okay, yeah, I see where we're at. Yeah. This is a perfect question for people that use midnight open. Perfect question, man. So yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily be trying to trade towards it for the midnight retracements. I'm not interested in that for the exact reasons you just went over. Like we've touched it a bunch of times in the pre-market. There's just less edge there, I think. But what we could still use it as is a simple frame for premium or discount of the daily range. So like part of me is kind of interested in longs today, guys. Like, okay, we've had a pretty steep pullback here, right? On the 4 hour. Have we tapped into any key levels on the higher time frame? Yes. We have engaged this daily fair value gap, okay? It really goes all the way up to here, but let's just look at it from here. I mean, this open imbalance, it's now been filled, right? So I do think we could see some support here. You also have an order block, daily order blocks right here. I do think this is an area where the market can bounce if it's going to continue the higher time frame trend. You can see this 4 hours beginning to look kind of bullish. Hold on, let me get rid of these executions real quick. Yeah, so this overall zone, I am interested in potential longs. We've filled that new week opening gap, right? And what we're doing right now is similar to yesterday, actually, for the morning. So what did we do? Okay, we know this level's here. We don't need to have that marked. But as of right now, we have relative equal highs right here. Now, these might get swept out when the news hits. Oh, wait, did the news happen? Hold up. 8:15. We missed it. Nothing even happened. That's so interesting. But we have 10 a.m. news. I think this will be the big one. We have relative equal highs. We've kind of had a little bit of displacements here, right? Because we are creating fair value gaps. The market retested that fair value gap, went higher. This was a nice long scalp right here. I didn't take it, but this would have been a nice trade, right? Take out those equal highs, tap into the imbalance. Would have been a good move. But where we're at right now, what I would love to see, man, is to get some volatility at the open, take a dip below midnight, and then we can look for the previous day's point of control, because I do think there's an 80% setup today. Yeah. Market opens right here. We have previous day's POC above us. We have not engaged this level yet. So we have an 80% setup in play, which I don't like to fade that. So I really am more interested in longs up to the previous day's POC. Now that I'm looking at the market, I like this a lot. Hopefully we can get a good pullback. And as far as looking at midnight, we can use midnight still as general gauge for discount or premium for the first hour of the session. So let's see. Can I elaborate how I use the volume tool? Yeah, I could go over volume profile, man. Okay, another person asking, how do you mark volume to find the previous day's POC? I would love to do that. POC aligns with manipulation before distribution. Yep. Yeah, we could do that, guys. All right, let's do this. Also, guys, how many people we got on right now? We got 50. Let's go ahead, smash that like button if you haven't yet. Helps out the algorithm. We got 57 likes already. That's awesome. All right, so guys, this is the thing. There's a bunch of different volume profile tools that can be used, right? What I use and what I teach is the session volume profile, SVP. Okay, so what this tool is going to do is it's going to mark out the volume profile of each trading day. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go over my exact settings because it'll take a minute, but I do have a YouTube video where I go over my exact settings. Okay. Where is it? Right here. This one. Are these the best volume profile settings for trading? So check that out if you want my exact settings. But really simply, the most important part is that I use ETH instead of RTH. So ETH stands for electronic trading hours, meaning that my volume profile is going to account for the overnight session and the New York session. Okay. So that is, for example, this is our previous day's volume profile right here. So we have our previous day's point of control. That's this red line right here. This is one of the most important levels with the volume profile. So you want to keep an eye out for that. And it's very easy to find. It's this big red line. This is the area in price that had the most volume conducted on this trading day. We have our value area low coming in right here at 25,589. And value area high is kind of lining up exactly with the previous day's POC. So I don't have it marked off right now, but this is how you get it. The indicator is SVP. Mark out that previous day's point of control. It's always going to be the red line. And that's how you get your point of control. Now, the 80% setup comes from the fact that roughly 80% of the time we engage the previous day's point of control at some point in the trading day, right? So, for example, if we look at this day right here, let's do it like this. Okay, so this is that point of control, right? Market opens up. This is the new profile developing. We're using the previous days. Watch what happens. We open up above the previous day's point of control, so we haven't tapped this level yet. What do we eventually do? Market taps the point of control. So it acts as a magnet for price, right? Here's another example right here. Previous day's point of control is right here. Market opens. We consolidate. We go higher, but eventually what happens? Market moves down to the previous day's point of control, to the tick, and then bounces. So this area acted as a magnet for price. Now, it doesn't always work, right? Here's an example where it did not work. Okay, we opened up above the POC and it never came. So it's not like it's foolproof and it works every day. But when you do get the setup, it works enough that it's something you want to pay close attention to. All right. Do you always mark it on the 30-minute time frame? Yes, I do. 30-minute time frame is absolutely key for the way I do it. I really want to change my lighting, guys. I'm not liking this. Just like so yellow. Gotta fix this, man. We'll fix it on break. Is what it is. That's a little better. San, the trader. Yo, what's up, man? Slightly late to the party. You're not late at all, brother. I always say 9:30 open. 9:30 open is when you want to be here for sure. I mean, we have fun in the pre-market, but 9:30 we have our guests. That's when I start trading. Until then we're kind of chilling. We're doing analysis. I'm here to answer questions. I feel like the market wake up section is really for like answering your guys' questions. It's when John comes on 3 days a week. He can answer questions about prop firm match. I can answer questions about technical analysis like we're doing right here, which is super helpful. But when 9:30 comes on, that's when the party starts, man. But yeah, to answer your question, I do market on the 30-minute time frame, and I do that because the volume profile is like the predecessor to the market profile. Okay, in my opinion, it's a better tool that was built off the concepts from the market profile. Market profile was designed to be used on the 30-minute time frame. So since volume profile operates under the same concepts, I was taught to market on the 30-minute time frame. Anish, what's up? Good morning. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is what I'm thinking, honestly. I like the idea of us coming up towards the previous day's point of control. I just hope it doesn't happen before the open, because this is looking pretty good right now. We haven't really had like let me go to the 15-minute. Yeah, we kind of had a market structure shift. We've taken out this swing high, right? This is the last lower high that made a lower low. We do have a bit of a market structure shift. We tapped into this imbalance right here, going higher, took those equal highs. This looks pretty nice. It does. But I would not want to buy up here in the pre-market, because the thing is, like, we could just go back down. I don't really trust price action before the open, but I mean, this is a setup for sure. Not this right here. I would never enter it here, but maybe like a pullback to one of these little fair value gaps, something like that. That's a setup on a retracement. I'm not going to take it because I just don't trust that 9:30 open volatility to not like wick me out. I'd rather just see what happens at the open. And if we miss a move up here, if it just rips up to the POC before the open, it is what it is. Maybe then we take shorts. Maybe it holds as resistance and we go lower. We'll just have to see. Retracement, then buy. This looks kind of hard. I don't know. I like it. I don't think this price action is going to be too difficult today. I think we're going to have some good PA. I'm feeling it, man. POC acts as a magnet, right? Exactly, bro. But remember, guys, it only acts as a magnet before we've engaged it. So if the POC has already been tapped for the day, we don't want to keep trying to trade to the POC. We only want to trade to it if it hasn't been touched yet in the overnight session. If it has been touched in the overnight session, then you actually would have a better time using the previous day's point of control as a line in the sand. For example, if we've already touched the POC and we're comfortably trading below it, it's actually just easier to look for shorts and follow that momentum. Vice versa. If we're above the POC, it's going to be easier to look for longs. All right. So a lot of people get confused by that because they see the 80% setup. You got to remember the 80% setup. We get this setup like maybe once a week if we're lucky. All right. This is not something that sets up every day. So, because usually we touch the POC at some point in Asia or London. Like, it's pretty rare that we don't, but it happens like I'd say once a week, at least one or twice every 2 weeks. And when it's there, it's high probability. So I do like this area to be a magnet today. We just got to be patient. View on gold. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning, Jenny. Yeah, I have been watching gold a little bit more. You guys see, I got some markups on here. Uh, I think it's been moving well. If you guys remember, we had this daily fair value get marked out. This is really the line in the sand for the higher time frame bulls, in my opinion. And you can see we tap into this imbalance and the market is holding. All right. Bulls are really trying to defend this overall level. Are they going to do it long term? I don't know. But for now, they're holding. They're holding. The problem is I don't see any clear draws on liquidity. I mean, you have from a daily perspective, you do have this daily imbalance right here. So the market could be attracted to trading up into that. That could be a good potential move. If we go to the 4 hour, doesn't look too different. Again, we've swept out some liquidity. We're kind of just consolidating, but guys, what could this be? This could be a potential accumulation, right? Now, if it's going to be bearish, we would manipulate up here. If it's going to be bullish, then we would manipulate down here. But whichever one comes first, I feel like that's what you want to watch out for. So I would say we've built up liquidity on both sides of this range, right? Here and here. We are going to break one side of this range. What I would say is fade the first break of this range. So if it happens to the downside, it might look something like this. Back in the range, go higher, okay? Something like that. We come down, break out of the range, people get short, trying to chase that momentum, snaps back inside the range, right? And holds as support, and we target the opposing side. If it's to the downside, then I would prefer to see this high get taken first and then do the same thing, okay? But I do think this range is important, so you want to watch out. And just pay attention to what happens once we break one side of this range. Do we hold it and displace in that direction, or do we snap back inside? If we snap back inside, I think it could be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Turtle soup, yeah, to a certain degree. Yes, sir. Exactly. Yeah, so that's what I'd say about gold. Josh, I've been trading micros a little bit more just because the volatility is like really picked up on the indexes. Over the summer, it was a lot slower, right? So catch like 50 ticks on NQ. It was easy enough, but it was, I could sit in a trade a little bit longer. Lately, it's just been a lot more volatile. I think the summer months, the market was a little slower. So yeah, I don't know. I've been trading micros. I've just been comfortable trading smaller size. I'm also trading 50K accounts right now on Apex. So like, I don't want to trade minis on those for the most part. And even Tradeify, like that payout I took was on 50K accounts. So it really depends on my account size and the current volatility. Like if I'm trading 50Ks, I don't think I should trade minis. If I was trading 150Ks, then I could probably handle like trading one mini or two minis. So it depends on the account size. Yeah, you definitely can trade in between the range, but I prefer to stay out of ranges like that, and I like to look for that move, you know? Okay, so we're getting that rip up. So also, let me just double check that this is correct for the ES, this POC. Yeah, okay, so also guys, this is kind of key. ES's previous day's point of control, we're tapping against it right now. So This is going to be our line in the sand, bro. Like, this is the line in the sand for sure. If we break above the POC with displacement, I think we could come up, take out this high, honestly. I'd rather see us go lower, but this could be an area of interest. You have the previous day's value area high right here, coming in at 68.21. That could also add, bring in some resistance. So we'll have to see what happens there. But it does look like if we get above the POC, we should expect a rotation to the value area high. That's kind of volume profile theory 101. You hear John talk about this all the time. That's how he trades. There's a wedding going on in our society. Nobody is here but me looking at the charts of the stream. All right. Shout out Shivam. You look fresh today, Zach. Thank you, bro. I feel like the lighting is weird, but maybe it's good lighting. I don't know. Taking sell side. Yeah, we're taking sell side liquidity. It looks like that's what we want to go for first, for sure. I do think, guys, we might miss the 80% setup. We'll see. How much time do we got? We still got like an hour until the open. It is what it is. I don't trade the pre-market like that, man. I just don't do it. Let's go. We got 72 people watching right now in the pre-market. I love it, man. Isaac, greeting from France. Your content is great. Appreciate you, bro. Much love. Much love from the USA, Brooklyn, New York. I actually have some family. They're not my blood relatives, but I got family who live in France right now. They live in Paris. So I got to go over there, visit them. Good excuse to go to Paris, see some family. Give a setup tour? What do you mean a setup tour? Volume profile theory? Yeah, volume profile theory, bro. We just went over it. Yo, guys, do we want to run a giveaway? We got a lot of people in here. I'm down to run one quick. You want to run it up? Let's start with some top one futures accounts, guys. All right, we're going to save Tradeify for the right time. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. All right, I want you to type PFM TV in the chat. Type PFM TV. Oh, you guys, Tarak, you want to see my streaming and trading setup? Yeah, I could show you guys that. I think we can do that. Let's run this giveaway quick, though. PFM TV, type it in the chat. Let's go. Get those entries in. We'll give you guys like 30 seconds. Ten seconds. All right, that's it. Get these entries in for you guys. Do this. 78 people watching. Let's go. All right, hold up. What do you guys think, too? Bullish or bearish today? While we get this list going. If you had to pick, what are you guys bulls or are you bears on the NQ? Josh is bullish. Helsane bull. Damn, everyone's bullish. Okay, interesting. All right, let's run this up. New list. Y'all ready? All right, we'll give away 2. We'll start with 2 top 1 futures accounts, one at a time. Shavam's indecision for me today. I feel that too. All right, let's do this. Ready, guys? Hold up. Ready? Shrikant Kadam. It's all you, bro. You're the winner. Let's remember, please, can you DM me not DM me. Type your YouTube name in the chat. Type your YouTube name in the chat, my friend. I don't think this guy's won. There you are. Yeah, type your YouTube name in the chat so I can copy it. We need your exact YouTube handle. Just hook us up with that real quick. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys want to do another? All right. Some people say they missed it. Listen, I just copy and paste everyone that comes in, but let's do this. Let's do it one more time. Type top 1 futures in the chat and I'll copy and paste new entries. So everyone gets another shot. Go right now. You got 30 seconds. Okay, I see the first person to type it. Yeah, we can do a duck race for this one quick. I'm hyped to see what Forex Ike has been up to, man. Hyped to see what props he's trading. I think he's been going hard lately. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got a lot more names this time, so I think we should be good. But this is what we're going to do, guys. Real quick, I'm going to take like a 2-minute break. I want to try and fix my lighting a little bit. So we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to announce the winner. As soon as we get back, we'll run a duck race. So we got all the numbers in. We got everyone's entries, so you don't need to keep typing top 1 futures in the chat. But just give me like 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes max, and we'll announce the winner. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. What's good, chat? That's a little better, right? That's a little better. I had to switch back to my other camera. I've been using iPhone. I get better quality, but I think I don't know. The lighting was just weird. Like the colorization of my face was like freaking me out. It was just so yellow. So we're going here for now. I think this is better though, right, chat? I think this is definitely better. This one clean cut. Yeah, it's better for now. All right, chat. Let's do this. I got everyone's names, so let's run a duck race. All right, let's run a duck race. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got. It's gonna be 30 seconds. Let's get these names in. Why is it doing that? Let's reset. There we go. All right, chat. You ready? Who's ready for the duck race? Let's go. Yeah, my camera stand is shaky. I'm gonna try and fix the iPhone because that's the problem. The camera gets a little shaky. But all right, let's run this quick. And then we'll fix that. All right, ready, guys? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it going to be? 8 seconds. 8 seconds. We got no one in front, really. I see Tarak. I see FX Hero. Ganawaz. Yeah, bro. You are the winner. Let us know you're in the chat, okay? To claim your account, you need to drop your YouTube handle in the chat. Stream is growing. That's the biggest duck race. Yeah, for sure. I know. I saw you in there, Tarak. You were close. All right, Tarak, I see you. Just or Shanaz. Shanawaz. There we go. Yep. YouTube name. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Beautiful. We got that. All right, guys. This is what we're gonna do. I want to get everything going. I want to make sure my camera's good. We got to get ready to have Forex Ike on in about 20 minutes or so. So let's take one more break. We're going to run a giveaway as soon as I get back. So also remember, guys, if we hit 100 likes, we're going to drop the 100K Tradeify giveaway. So we're 20 likes away. I'm going to take one more quick break, a couple of minutes, try and get this camera situation sorted, and then we'll see what happens. All right. We'll go ahead. We'll give away either a Blue Guardian account or we'll do Tradeify. If we hit 100 likes, we're going to run it. So I'll be right back, fam. And yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. What's good, chat? We are back. We are back. How we doing? How we doing? All right, we can run one more giveaway. Want to give away a Blue Guardian account real quick before we have Ike come on? Because we didn't hit 100. So when we hit 100 likes, we will go ahead and set everyone up with Tradeify, but not yet. Yeah, it's a little better, right? A little better. There's something going on with the streaming platform that's making me yellow that I'm just going to have to work on later because it's weird. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys with technicals, but yeah, it is what it is. But all right, chat, you want to do one more? How's this market doing? Okay, not much has changed. Little pullback, nothing crazy. I do think we go up to that previous day's point of control. All right, guys. Yeah, type in Blue Guardian in the chat. Let's run one more. We're going to give away one Blue Guardian account. And then we'll get to some trading, and Ike will be on soon. So type in Blue Guardian in the chat. There we go. Benjamin kicked it off. Let's go. Let's go. Give you guys 15 more seconds. Three, two, one. All right. Let's get this going. We'll just do a quick pinwheel, guys. Pinwheel giveaway. All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Who's it going to be? Free Movie Junction, bro. What's good? You've been wanting to win. There you go, man. That's chance for you. It's just a game of chance, game of probabilities. You're here every day. Nice job, bro. Drop your YouTube handle in the chat, please. He has not won this week. He's good. He's definitely good. Drop your YouTube handle in the chat, my friend. There we go. Thank you, sir. Okay, you don't need to spam it. You don't need to spam it. I got it. All right, cool. Guys, just so everyone remembers, yeah, we're going to do some analysis now. We're going to get back to analysis. But just so everyone remembers, this is how you're going to claim your account, okay? You're going to go over to X, and you're going to DM PFM support, okay? Prop firm match support. Send them a DM, show them timestamp, proof of your YouTube name, and they'll hook you up. Yeah, you have a higher chance of making money with Zach than winning a prop firm. Let's trade. Exactly, guys. Exactly. Completely agree with that, Josh. All right, guys. Let's see what we got. I think we're going to pull back here, and that's what I want. I want to see us pull back. Hopefully we can pull ourselves back down. Let's I accidentally got rid of midnight. I do want to know where midnight is. So let's pay attention to that. Where is it on ES? It's pretty much the same. Okay. So, okay, here, let's actually look at ES. So when you first see NQ, you go, oh, it's pulling back. Why is it pulling back right here? We're not really at any kind of area of interest, are we? But we kind of are. First off, we swept out liquidity, right? These equal highs. Number two, ES is at its previous day's point of control. So this is going to be a strong line in the sand for shorts, okay? If the market is going to hold as resistance on ES, just technically speaking for ES, it's going to try to hold this previous day's point of control as resistance, all right? So it does not surprise me that we're pulling back here. Now, can it break above and rotate to the value area high? Absolutely, especially considering NQ is nowhere near its previous day's point of control. I think it's pretty likely that we come up and tap this level today. So I'm just thinking though, because we got 20 minutes till the open. I think the previous day's point of control could act as short-term resistance for us to bring us down and give us a nice discounted price to take a long up towards that POC on NQ. Okay, something like that. So we will see. As far as key levels go, I'm looking for any type of relevant fair value gap. We do have a 15-minute right here. Let me see. Is there a 5-minute? No, we tapped the 5-minute. Yeah, it's kind of interesting price action. We do, at the end of the day, I got to pay attention to this 15-minute gap. It's relevant. So I want to watch this. I don't necessarily want to just get long in there, but I do got to pay attention to it. It's there. It could hold. It's a 15-minute gap. It's not like it's a 1-minute or a 5-minute. You know what I mean? Do I do meditation? Nah, I'm not one of those meditation people. Maybe I could. Maybe I would benefit from it, but I don't know. I started going to the gym recently. That's my meditation. Do Tradeify last? Yeah, I mean, we'll probably do Tradeify when Ike is on. I think that'll be fun. Clearly central area in the 15-minute. I mean, look at this gap. It's holding. Like, price is holding up this gap right now. Or this gap is holding up price. So we could definitely rip here. It's just too high up for me to long before market open. It'd be different if this was at 9:30. You know what I mean? If this was 9:30 open right now, we were tapping into this 15-minute gap, and I'd be more interested in being like, okay, I could probably catch a long scalp inside here up to take out some of these wicks, right? But that's not the situation here. It's not 9:30 yet, so we're kind of just chilling and waiting, and we got to be patient. And remember, fam, 20 minutes till Forex Ike hops on. Who's excited for Forex Ike? Who here was with us on the first stream? Ike was our guest for the first stream ever on Prop Firm Match TV. Who was here and caught Forex Ike? If you guys remember, it wasn't even on YouTube because we had to stream only on X that day. So it was purely an X stream. Who was here for that one? Do you guys remember? Hey, Forgotten Trader, great question. My POC is used from the 24-hour period. So my volume includes the overnight session and the New York session. Absolutely. We had 1,000 viewers that day. It was on X, so it's a little different, but yeah, kind of. There's a lot of people though. Smash that like button, almost 100 likes. Yeah, Ike was the man, bro. I'm excited for that one. But yeah, good question, Forgotten Trader. Yes. So here, I'll pull up my indicator again. I'll give you guys a sneak peek at the settings. Again, I have a YouTube video on this, but if you guys, here, you could like screenshot this. So this is the key right here, though. If you go to sessions, I have all. So some people only use like the regular trading hours. That would be market only. Some people only pre-market. Some people want a volume profile for each session, Asia, London, and New York. For me, I combine it all. I do sessions all, and that's the key. Okay. From my experience, I just get the most accurate levels using that. All right. I've played around with using just regular trading hours, like just the New York session. I just don't think it's really relevant, or I should say it's not. people who only want to use RTH, they say, oh, well, the overnight session has such low volume. There's no point. That's just bullshit, in my opinion, nowadays. Like, these markets are totally globalized, okay? They're open 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. There's people all over the world trading the US markets, okay? There is volume in the overnight sessions. Of course, there's less volume in the overnight sessions. It doesn't like hold a candlestick to the volume that you're going to get in the regular trading hours, but that volume is still valuable information. I just think it's silly to want to just disregard like 2/3 of the price action that occurs and the volume that occurs throughout the day. So I don't get it. I don't get why people only use RTH, but that's just me. Hey, Destiny's back in the chat. What's up, bro? Yeah, and the last few weeks, not even just the last few weeks, bro. Like, nowadays, I feel like 3 years ago when I first started trading futures specifically, I think it was really hard to try to make money in the Asia and the London session. It was much lower volume. Fast forward to today, guys, you can trade the NQ in the Asia session and make money. It moves well. Like, so volume has picked up even in the last few years. So again, why would you get rid of 2/3 of the information that the market is offering you? It's just like, I just don't see the point. Thanks for all you do, Zach. Thank you for tapping in here, my dude. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, we got Ike coming on in like 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. We'll probably take one more break right before he comes on. Little coffee break. You know, we got to get a refill and we'll get it going. But yeah, man, I mean, listen, this 15-minute gap is still holding. Okay. I do like longs up to the previous day's POC, but I do need a good spot. I think I know Josh noted that there was another 15-minute gap. Let me look for that. Yeah, right below. Okay. Only thing is, it's technically been mitigated, right? So I don't know if we could use it as a draw on liquidity, but it can be used as a line in the sand. But see right here, Josh, we did tap it. So, and then went higher. So I don't know if I could comfortably trade into it as a draw, but yeah, it could hold as support if we get back down there for sure. But I would be a little cautious. If we get back down here, I'd start thinking we're going to come for like this open gap right here. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird spot, but we'll take trades, man. We'll figure it out. I'll probably start with Tradeify today since I am up on Apex already, right? We talk about risk sinking. I go back and forth between my accounts. I don't feel the need to like do everything on the same set of accounts. So we've been trading these Apex accounts. You guys have seen me going from start to finish, right? It's been like a week and these are up for, 4.5K total. And my Tradeify accounts are up about 2.5K each. So we're up about like, let's take a look. Let's look at my stats on these Tradeify accounts. Okay, so I started these on Wednesday, October 29th. So it's been all green days so far, which is good. Now we're coming into November, and these are my stats so far. So I'm up a total of about 10K in 5 trading days. My R multiple is pretty high at the moment, man. My average R multiple is 2, which is pretty high for me. I'm sure that'll go down eventually as I take more trades because I do look for like 1-to-1s. I've just taken a lot of wins. But yeah, trade win percentage, 65%, profit factor, 3.8. Total P&L, about 10,000. And that's just in like what is this, 5 days? 5 trading days so far. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm halfway to another 10K payout. So if we get that in the next week or two, that's 20K in like 30 days of trading. So hopefully we can get there. Never say anything is set in stone. You never know what's going to happen, but We just grind away, man. Just plug away. Okay, look. Ooh, we're getting a little pullback. This is what I wanted to see, man. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's go. 17 trades a day. Hell Saint, I know it's not your fault. People annoy me so much with this. I'm gonna go back here. It's not 17 trades in a day. All right. Let me explain. I get so annoyed when people say that. It's not your fault, but bro, okay. It's not 17 trades a day, all right? I'm trading 4 accounts. So you got to divide that by 4. So really I took about 4 trades on this day. If I have 16 trades, or right here, 20 trades, that's really 5 trades that I've taken. I've taken 5 trades total because it's times 4 accounts. So it says 20 trades, but each one of these, again, I copy traded this. When I made $140 on one account, it copied to my other 3. So 20 trades is really 5 trades. You see what I'm saying? People always go there and they go like, oh, 30 trades. I'm not even saying it's your fault, bro. I'm just messing around. But like there's always at least one person who says that. Damn, Josh, you got a warning for micro scalping? What is the rule exactly? It needs to be like 50% of your profits are under 10 seconds, right? I actually don't have that issue. Most of my trades are a couple of minutes at least. Yeah, it's from copy trading though. Yeah, you got it. What criteria usually does PFM consider to list a prop firm? So, listen, I don't work on the inside like that, but you know, John and Joseph they've given me a little bit of information. But here, let me go back to my chart. But they go like real deep. They check the financials. They make sure the company is solvent, that they're paying out their traders. You know, it takes a lot to get listed. If someone isn't listed yet, it's not necessarily that they're like a bad prop firm. It's just that Prop Firm Match has a very rigorous, and they do a very rigorous analysis to decide if they should be listed. Because you got to remember, Prop Firm Match is kind of putting themselves out there saying, here are firms that you can trust. They don't want to just give it out to anyone. You know, that would take away from the credibility of Prop Firm Match. So if Prop Firm Match is listed, your firm, it's a really good thing. So it takes time. Maybe they'll take on that firm. Again, I'm not part of the insides. I don't know. But yeah, they do their due diligence, man. That's the point. If I had to choose Apex or Top Step, I would choose Top Step for sure. Definitely, I would choose Top Step. And they look into trader reviews. I like how they dig deep before listing firms. Exactly, man. Once I get funded in the Fivers, I will try to scale 5K to 100K. Good luck, my friend. All right, what is it? We got a few minutes till Ike gets on. Let me make sure he can hop in here. All right, cool. So Ike will be ready. We're pulling back here. ES holding its previous day's point of control as resistance. Beautiful. All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. All right, chat. Let's do this. Let's give away one more Blue Guardian account. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, make a coffee. When we get back, Forex Ike will be on stream with us. So give us 3 or 5 minutes and we'll be right back. And we will announce the winner of a giveaway. So what I want you guys to do, type Forex Ike in the chat to enter. Okay, so get your entries in and I will be right back in a few minutes. We're not giving away Tradeify. This is for Blue Guardian first. So go ahead, get your entries in. I will be right back, fam. And we'll be back with Forex Ike. All right, we are back. What's going on, guys? All right, we got Ike in here. We're gonna pull him up to the stage in a second. Let me just get some of this going. Hey, there he is. What's going on, brother?
Hey. What's happening, man? Thanks for having me here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, you were our first guest ever, and you're now our first concurrent guest. So
Look at that.
great to have you, man. Chat loved you. I mean, dude, whenever you're on a stream, I feel like everyone always loves your philosophy on the markets. If you can call it a philosophy. I know you say I'm a dumb guy doing dumb guy things, but it's dumb guy philosophy, I guess.
I mean, I think that it resonates with people, which is part of my dumb guy thing is most people are dumb, and I speak to the people,
He speaks to them. So, he's a man of the people, folks.
That's so I don't know who in the chat might know me or not, but I'm a very simple trader. I don't really follow any kind of known mentors or gaps or things like that. Although I'm familiar with them, but really my main thing is you're the best trader when you're just reacting and acting with the market, and not when you're overcomplicating things. That's really what the main point of always what I'm talking about.
100%, man. I'm sure we'll get into it too. We'll take some trades, but how has trading been going for you? We got a few minutes till the open. How have you been doing?
Sure. Yeah. Doing great on trading. The beauty about trading and what I use trading for is really for the freedom. A lot of people get into trading because they want freedom. Then they start making money and then they get caught up in this cycle where they have no freedom at all. And really a lot of what I do is outside of trading. So trading for me is something where I can rely on for some, a nice $8,000 to $20,000 a month as extra income for everything else I'm doing. So I can really enjoy living life. I'm not in my 20s. I'm an old man. I'm just trying to enjoy life and make some money trading. It's like I go fishing. I go fishing, make a few hundred, copy trade them all, and I'm on my way to go eat my fish. That's it. I'm not trying to sit on the boat all day.
Yeah, man. I'm right there with you now. I mean, dude, it's so funny. Me and my partner Sarah, we're talking about, like, we forgot how old we were. I remember because I'm 31 now. I realized I'm 31. I could have sworn I was 30, bro. Like my girlfriend, her name's Sarah. She was like, "How old are we?" Out of nowhere, and I was like, I was just thinking about this myself, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm 30. And we have the same, our birthdays are like a month apart. We're both 31, bro. It blew our mind. But yeah, I'm not a 20-year-old anymore. I'm grateful I got into trading in my 20s because when I started, I was like 26 and I had nothing going for me. So I had all the time in the world to sit around and stare at charts because I didn't have much else going on. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, man. Like nowadays, the less time I actually spend executing trades, the better. I feel like that's something I learned from you. A couple of base hits a day. Don't try and hit, a massive home run, and just come back tomorrow. It's been way better to trade like that for me.
Yeah, it really is. They talk about it's you versus you, which it really is, because you could make a quick trade, I think I heard you earlier, you made about $600 this morning on a quick 30-second scalp, right? So exactly. A lot of times you could be like, well, I just made 630 seconds. That means if I go for an hour here, I'll make $10 million or something. And then you end up blowing it. But if you take that 600, you lock these accounts away, which is what's great about props. You could say, all right, I'm going to go mess with another account now and protect my profits. That's not something you could really do with a live account. When it's all your cash, if you lose it in one pocket or the other, you lost it. When it's prop accounts, you can lose money in one account and still be a super profitable trader.
Yep, exactly. All right. And real quick, bro, before we get into some charts, I did promise the chat I was going to give away a Blue Guardian account. And somebody in the chat, we just started talking and they're like, we got baited, guys. No, I'm not baiting anymore. Let's do this, chat. Let's just make it quick and easy because it's about to be 9:30. I'm thinking of a number 1 through 100. The first person to think of my number, I promise I'll be honest about it. I won't play a favorite, but I promise you. Here, I'll even write down a number right now. I'm going to write down a number, and then I will show it to you guys, okay? So go ahead, 1 through 100. First person to get my number is going to win the account.
Six, seven. Oh, AJ, no.
Dude, that should have been my number. What is that thing? I don't even know what that is exactly, bro.
It's like the new version of just going like duh, you know, from what I understand. It's just like it doesn't mean anything. It's just to like mess with people. It's like duh.
Gen Z, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, no one's picked it yet. Come on, guys. I want to trade.
Yeah, we got the open just popping off.
Oh, okay. Someone got it. Who did 56? I just missed them. 56. Who did 56? I just missed them. Where'd you go? Damn, you guys really came through with these numbers. Who was it? There, I just saw the name again. Right here, JF. JF, you're the winner, bro. So what you're going to do, JF, drop your YouTube handle real quick. Drop me your YouTube handle, not your name on here. I need your exact YouTube handle. I'm going to copy that, and you're just going to go over to PFM support on X. What are you thinking about these markets, Ike? Are you bullish or bearish today? Do you have a bias?
You know, I have no bias. I never have a bias. You know, that's something I could take 3 trades in a day, and you know, they could be a buy, sell, buy. You know, like you know, I can look at a chart, but I believe like it's like if you're studying grass, I don't need to know about like where the moon is or where Saturn is. Like if you're like that's for what I'm Saturn. Like what I do. Like I'm going off a 5-minute, I go up to the 30-minute time frame. That's my highest time frame. And, you know, I'll look for really just support and resistance over here. That's really it, is my support and resistance. I don't know if the day is going to go up or down. Sometimes I'll guess, and sometimes I'll be right, and sometimes I won't. It's just, it's not, I don't believe it's good to think you know stuff that you don't know, you know? And so for me to guess and then go with it, you know what I'm saying? It kind of messes
100%.
with my trading.
100%, man. Do you want to get your charts up too?
Sure. Yeah, let me get one up. I can do some, you know, last time we traded, I was copy trading 5 trade to 5 live accounts straight to fundeds. And believe it or not, I haven't traded those since I spoke with you.
No way. Really? So what firms have you been focusing on lately?
I've been doing Top Step, and I've been doing some Apex. And I just really haven't had a ton of trading time. And so it's like, I have so many funded accounts right now. I don't want to like just trade it because like I should be trading today. Like I'll show here. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Sorry about this. I'm new to streaming, as you know.
Take your time, bro. I see you've ran a couple of streams on your YouTube.
Yeah, a couple for fun. Could you see that? Could I change tabs in here or no?
You can if when you share your window instead of just a tab.
All right, let me try that one more time.
Yeah, no worries.
We're gonna get rolling.
All right. Some people, by the way, guys, some people are saying Vampire wrote it first. I'll double check. I'll go back into the comments and I'll double check. So no worries, Vampire. I got you on there. I'll make sure to confirm before the stream's over.
Okay.
So no worries, guys. And we got more accounts to give away throughout the day. So no worries. All right, there you go.
Right, so here's this is my Top Step. So just to show you how little I've been trading, right? This is a 150K funded account. And look when I got this. I got this on the 17th of October, and just knocked in a couple trades over here and there just to kind of keep it alive. But it's like when you've got like, you know, when I can pull in like an 8K payout from Apex, you know, from 4 accounts, just 2,000 each, it gives you time to go do other stuff. And that's kind of like, so my trading though, I definitely hit it all the time. And here I'm going to do some Tradeify, but it definitely is not like my my focus like it used to be when I was learning it. You know what I mean? Which is, I think, important, is to learn it, turn it into a skill that you can go back to for money when you need it, and live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
but yeah, should I show how I kind of like just mark up a chart and
Yeah, exactly. Kind of how do you get your levels? I know you're big on the 30-minute time frame. You look for like 30-minute time frame as your higher time frame zones, if I'm
right,
correct.
right, exactly. So all I do is 30-minute, and then I just mark up common like closures, candle closures, or where wicks have been tested, kind of like a lot of wicks, because my thought is, if price can't wick there before, it will wick there again. Like almost all these wicks end up getting filled, right, at some point, and often right away. So even if you're right about price, often it will come back to just fill a wick and then continue on. So I'm big on catching 7 points, 5 points on a wick fill and being done. So it's not as exciting trading. You know what I mean? There's a lot there's
Yeah.
exciting trading, and I tell that to people a lot. I'm like, do you want to be an exciting trader and be always trading blah blah, or do you want to just make money? Like, you want to make some money? It's so simple. You want to try to be an expert and know all the ins and outs and the close of the weekly, and you can know all that. But
Yeah.
I just want to go make money. Like that's what I'm trading for. I'm just trading for the money, not to be the best trader. And if I
Bro,
can,
you helped me a lot with that, because I mean, listen, I really do enjoy technical analysis, and I think having a good read on technicals, like you can have a good, you can increase the probabilities of like figuring out which way the market's going to go for the day, or at least short term. I do believe in that, in the sense of technical analysis, which I think you agree. Like, that's why
sure,
we
yeah,
use technicals. But you definitely helped me just kind of let go of needing to be right. And, I used to feel if I wasn't right, that I did something wrong, like that my technical analysis, there's a way that I could always get the right move in the right direction. And that you really helped me realize it doesn't matter, man. All I care about is making money. So when I went to the base hits too, it's like, there's so many times, bro, that I am wrong on the overall bias, but I was right on the lower time frames. I got in, I got out, market hits my TP and then reverses and does the exact opposite thing I thought it was going to do. Means absolutely nothing to me,
right. No, I enjoy also marking up the chart and kind of being right about where it's going and calling it right. I enjoy that. But oftentimes that will lead to me not making money, or a lot more time, where sometimes, I have what I don't know if you ever heard of ICT, Ike's candlestick theory. I don't know if you know of that.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
So this is such a simple scalping theory strategy that I do. Super negative RR, super simple, and what the best way to use it, because you make a quick $150, $200. You're copy trading on 4 or 5 accounts, or 3 at a time. Like, that's kind of what I do with Apex. You make 150 times 3, another one, 150 times 3, 150 times 3. Super simple, super quick, and you're done for the day.
Yep.
But it's not as much fun, you could say, because you're not becoming an expert, not learning something about the markets. But like I said, it's like, do you want to be a scholar in the markets? Do you want to make money and live your life? That's kind of my trading. So, I don't really trade the first like 10 minutes or 12 minutes of the market, just because I want to just see what happens. There's lots of these crazy fake outs. And so I like to just kind of watch it. But this is kind of how I mark up my chart on the 30-minute. You see just my support and resistance over here.
Yep.
And I go 5, and I'm pretty much just waiting for a closure above or below, with, a little bit of direction from the EMA. So I use the EMA, I think 7 and 20. Let's see. 7 and 20. Yeah. So and I kind of use them for like entry points or stop loss points.
Yeah. So. Okay. So right now, market's pulling up. What are you seeing? Do you like a long here?
Yeah, so if this candle, so the way that I look for my setups is pretty much a closure below and kind of a retest. So if this current candle will close above here, and then do a little retest down, the next 5-minute candle does a retest and touching here, I'd probably put a buy stop above that candle for it to buy on the break, for it to go higher, which is, buy high, sell higher. Like, I'm not a sniper entry. I'm not trying to pick the bottom and ride it all the way up. I just want to, like, if the next candle came down to my resistance, my support, and let's say I got in at 550, I would be out by 565 probably by here. I'd be out so
Yep.
quick on that. Like I don't need to be totally right that it's going to go all the way up here. Could leave
So
a
what's
runner going, and But
Yep. By the way, guys, I did just get into a trade, so I don't want to cut Ike off. I'll let you guys take a look real quick. We'll see. I'm a little bit. Part of me wants to close it a little early, but let's see. So I did snap along real quick. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I had my TP up here, but I might cut it earlier than that. If we could come back up and break like 570s, I might just take my money right there. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I do like equal highs. Anytime I see equal highs over there, it's always a pretty strong magnet.
Okay, interesting. So you are interested in looking at equal highs.
Yeah, that's
like
what I use for
liquidity.
right, exactly. Yeah. So draw on liquidity but I just think the market, whatever has happened, happens again. Like if you're looking at your chart right now, you see the big move down, then the big move up. It's almost like the same type of candles too. Big candles down. Like I don't get FOMO when I see a big move. I just keep my eye on that because I know there's a reversed move coming in a day, a week, a month, whatever. It's gonna happen again. So you see a big move, just know, like, put that on your radar. Like there's a reverse version of that coming in the future.
Yep, 100%. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, guys. I see these stacked highs right here, relative equal highs. I think at some point in the day, we probably will come up for these. I don't think my entry is perfect, but I think what I'm going to do is wait to see if we get back below 523, I'll cut this trade for a small loss. So I just want to see this overall gap hold. To take out this wick. So that's what I'm watching for. ES looks a little more bearish. ES actually looks like it might pull us lower. I might want to, okay, we're going to watch closely on this gap. If we get a 5 minute or a 1 minute candle closure, I think I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get ready to. It was looking really good for a moment, but let's see.
Well, it went for that wick fill. We were talking about wicks getting filled. It totally filled the wick of that previous 5 minute candle all the way up. And then pulled back down, went for that wick fill. But I still like it as long as this 5 minute candle doesn't close below 534 for me.
5 minute candle for 534. Okay.
That's kind of my support resistance line over there. So if it closes above that, I kind of like a buy at that point. If it closes below, then I kind of got to wait to see, maybe it's going to fill all the way down to like 408 area or something. So
yeah,
that's just kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I think I might cut this one early. Let's see. Hold up. I'm just going to put my stop right here and let it get tagged. I'll give it a little bit extra room, but I feel like it is early in the open. I'd rather take a quick paper cut. This will be like $150 loss, guys. So nothing too big. Let's see. I think we're going to get stopped. All right, so we took an L. No worries, guys. What are you thinking, Ike? Would you take a scalp down?
It's like at this so at this point of the morning, like 9:42. I'm still kind of cautious, because I do like the scalp here, because if you look all the way to the left on the 5 minute, you see a bunch of like kind of wick rejections over here. Like it looks like price came down there and then kind of shot up for a few points, came down, shot up, like all these wicks over here. So this is kind of in the same zone, if you will, of like turning around, like where prices come in and then pulled out. Not a lot, but I don't need a lot. I mean, this is 20 points, this candle. Like that's a payday for me. So I kind of do like it as maybe a pull up, but I just wouldn't take it yet. Like I'd rather, a big part of trading is not taking trades. It's really saying like, I like this trade for this and this, but I don't want to hurt myself and be wrong when I'm not sure about it. So,
100%.
like, look, it is rejecting, but I just wouldn't take it at this part of the day yet, But I do want to at like 9:45-ish, maybe like 9:55, when market kind of like stabilizes a bit, I'll open up the Top Step account and we'll do a little of my little scalping, which really is just in short. I have a little like fib retracement tool, which is really just 20 point total tool. I put it at where a candle starts or ends. And my rules are pretty simple here. I mean, it goes a little more in depth, but if I'll give you a quick breakdown, if a candle is bigger, a 5 minute candle is between 10 and 30 points, not bigger than 30, but between 10 and 30, I get into a buy, or in this case, a buy, just for a quick 3 or 4 point pullback. So this is just kind of my measuring tool, and I will just get in. I already have it like marked in my settings, like to just get it. And it's just a quick 4 points, 3 points. But like from what I've seen, if you look at almost every 5-minute candle, there's a pullback right after. Like every candle, if you would have done a buy here, you would have got it. If you got a sell here, you would have gotten 5 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost every candle you end up getting it. So I usually go for like 4 or 5 points with like an 18 to 20 point stop. Super negative RR, but you end up hitting 95% of the time. So
would you say that most of your trades, do you allow it to go to that full stop? Is it always like all or nothing? Or do you have situations where you're like, I'm going to cut this one a little early. I don't really like this.
You know, I've never really cut one, but I have moved my stop closer to manage my risk, I guess you could say. Like if I see a little structure happening in a way and I'm like, you know, if price drops below this low here, I think it will just continue. So, you know, maybe save myself 5-10 points like that occasionally, but to actually cut a trade mid in a loss, I mean, I commend anyone who could do that. I don't have the control, I guess, to do something like that. You know, like I can't do that, you know, personally.
Also, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch over to Apex now. So like we've talked about before, that was my Tradeify accounts. Now what I've been doing a lot, Ike, is I just risk sync. So if I take a loss on one set of accounts, I'm just going to move over to a different set just to spread out my risk a little bit. Maybe that means Tradeify is going to be a red day no matter what. It's all good if so. If I have a good day on Apex, a small red day on Tradeify, you know, that's perfectly fine with me.
Right. I mean, and that's what people got to remember with trading props is like you could lose on Apex, you could blow 5 accounts, and technically on paper, on sim money, you lost 10 grand. When in your Tradeify, you might have only made 600, but now all of a sudden you're going to get a payout for $3,500, which more than covers your Apex account. So it's like I do that too. I have 10 Apex accounts right now, and I trade them. I trade a group of 4, group of 3, group of 3 of Apex. So I kind of split them up too. So even if I have a losing day,
interesting. Okay.
You know, I'll still have a winning day on the other 6 accounts. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like trading between 3 to 5 accounts at a time is the move. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start trading more than that, sure, it could pay off, but you could also tilt so hard. You know, you can take such an L. I'd rather just scalp my way, have 4 winning trades against 4 sets of accounts than end up maybe blowing all my accounts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I actually totally agree with you there. I think,
and your long is playing out now. Your long is playing out.
I know, dude. That's the way it goes sometimes. Looks like we're going to take out that high, which was my idea. Sometimes I cut it early. You know, sometimes that's just the way she goes.
Yep.
Let's see if that would have worked. Yeah, it would have worked nicely.
See, and also that same kind of idea of price coming down to this area usually sends price back up. You know what I mean? Like price coming in here seems to have a nice, you know, I don't know, you call it like a area of interest or whatever it might be called. I just call it my yellow rectangle. But when price comes into that yellow rectangle, even like moving back over here, it seems to like have a nice reaction to it, you know?
Yep. So one of the things that I was looking at, we talked about this in the pre-market. If we go back to my screen, we have our previous day's point of control way above us. So you've probably heard me talk about this, Ike. Previous day's point of control is a really important level for me any day of the week. It's one of my key levels. And there's a stat that roughly 80% of the time, the market engages this level at any point in the trading day. Doesn't matter if it happens in the Asia, the London session, but in general, 80% of the time, we are going to touch the previous day's point of control at some point in the day. So what we like to use it for is if the market has not engaged that level yet, we like to use it as a magnet. So it just helps inform a directional bias. So for example, the market opened, if I go to the 15-minute, it opened up here. This was our open. We sell off. We have a little pullback, consolidate, and now we kind of put in a higher high and a higher low. Mm-hmm. I believe that the market is being magnetized towards here to fulfill that 80% stat. So what we've seen here, my idea was overall right. I cut the trade early. It's all good. Like we said, $150 loss. It's no big deal. But we had a deeper pullback than I expected, tapped into this 15-minute imbalance and just, you know, shot up higher. So yeah. I do think, though, that we have room to keep looking for longs up to the POC. So when there's momentum like this, if you're going to be on the right side of that, you can catch a ton of easy little long scalps on your way up. And I know you said buy high, sell higher. So if you see the market going up like this, would you be looking for a long still, even up at the highs here? Would you want to see a
Sure.
pullback?
I would wait. I would normally wait. So, for me, I'm always waiting for like another 5 minute confirmation, which is also like another part of like how trading is not super exciting, because like as soon as like when I see a candle like this, I probably know it's going to be at least 10, 15 minutes before I could get my setup, unless like a really nice like candle like this red candle touches right to my EMAs, then I might put a buy stop on top. But it's really like when you get a big candle like this and we're so far in my range, like if we were down here, we could fill this range up. For me, I don't know what will happen when it hits this range. Like, will it hit this range and just bust, or will it hit this range and retreat? So it's just not enough room for me in this range, like to still play. You know what I'm saying?
So right now, hands off until you get a decent enough pullback. Damn, we are zooming up there. Look at that, guys.
Yep, we are moving.
Chat.
Exactly. So I'm looking at that at the pullback for my support and resistance strategy, and then I'm also in my scalping strategy, which I'm going to be doing on Top Step over here. I'm looking at that my same little scalping strategy. So I'm kind of just going back between the two charts. I've got them copy trading right now. This was the what's it called? The Traders Cup. I YOLO today in the morning.
The Tradify Grands Cup.
But yeah, that was the cup. I was trying to get it out anywhere, but these are those accounts that we've traded, which, like I said, I've only really traded with. Look, I had this account since August, bro. And I've traded like 9 days in it. But that's just because like I like also the Top Step, quick, easy, in and out. I could get paid in Top Step in 5 days, have 3-4 accounts going. It's just like it's
no
very simple Top Step, no consistency. And yeah, so Top Step for me is like it just takes less concentration for me to just scalp real quick and then like move on with my day. You know what I'm saying?
I always say, man, I think even to this day, Top Step is still by far the easiest futures prop to get a payout from. It's just the easiest. It's undeniable. I always say, dude, if they can bring their evals to 1 day pass, if you could pass Top Step evals in 1 day, I would like probably not trade with anyone else because that would just be epic. But maybe it's they can't handle that because the payouts are just very easy. $150 days, 5 of them, you can take a payout. Like there's no other firms like that.
It adds up too, because you can do max of 5,000 per week per account. So you have 5 accounts, you can make 25K every 5 days technically, right? But what I see a lot of traders do online with these Top Steps, because that payout is so big, they'll pretty much get 5 accounts and YOLO
full port. I know
full port to make 10 grand that first day, and either they make 10 grand that first day or they'll go again, and they don't need to be right 1 out of like 10 times and they made 15 grand. I've never done that because like that's just not how I'm like I can trade like that. It's just too much to manage. But
same here.
And like it's too gambly. Like for me, my real gambling is football, NFL. Like I'm not like I can't just like YOLO and like buy a bunch of evals to YOLO. Like it's just that gets a little bit too much for me. It's just too much from like my brain to like keep track of all that shit.
Bro, I see you hitting those NFL parlays, man.
Oh yeah,
I like NBA. I like to bet on the NBA. That's my sport. I have fun.
My problem with NBA is the last 2 minutes, like the points could like blow your over, blow your under, people get crazy that last 2 minutes. Just like
you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Like, but so many times, like I got this. I'm under 12 points, and there's only like 10 minutes, 2 minutes left, and all of a sudden it's like goes over. It's like, bro, everyone's fouling everyone for 2 or 3 points every second.
No, it's so true, man. It's so true. Josh in the chat said previous days POC is paying, bro. It really is. I mean, if you're using this as a magnet, you are chilling. Maybe we can get a pullback. I'll go back to my screen real quick, guys. Maybe for like our next attempt, we can look for a pullback inside this 5-minute gap right here. I'll mark this one off. This would be my like short-term line in the sand. So maybe we can slow down a little bit here and just kind of pull back, fill some of this imbalance. And this could be an area where we look for another entry. It looks like a deep pullback, but if we moved this fast in 5 minutes, we can move back down that way. in another 5 minutes. And I think that would give me a good risk reward entry to like just look for something like this. Like again, I would just take a base hit. I'd look for maybe a new high a day, or ideally I don't even have to get a new high a day to catch 25, 30 points. But of course, the idea would be that the market's going all the way up here, which is what I love about base hits, man. I always talk about this low hanging fruit. I'm always looking to just target low hanging fruit. If I think the market can move 100 points in the direction that I'm looking, well, then I should easily, if I'm correct, be able to capture 30 points out of that 100. You know, that's the idea. And I don't care if it continues up, because I've had so many times where my analysis is to make the market's going to move 100 points to this exact level. And then I get into a trade, it moves 30 points in my favor. Before you know it, I'm back at break even. My stops at break even, or reverses. So it's just such an easier way to go about taking your trades day to day.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like people remember the times they're right. So lots of times you'll look at a thing and be like, oh, I would long over here, I think it's good. And then you check later, you're like, oh, I would have hit. But how many times a day do you look at it like, oh, I'd long here, and then you check 3 minutes later, you're like, oh, okay. You know, and you just forget about it. But like, you remember those times that you think you're right. But really, most people, when they're like kind of just like doing like a random draw, at the end of the day, it'll probably be 50-50, right? What are the odds? The odds are you'll be right probably half the time and wrong half the time. But
well, especially if you're going for a 1-to-1. I mean, it's always going to start like your probabilities will start at 50% if you're going with a 1-to-1, right? So then it's like, okay, can I use technical analysis to just increase my edge by 5 to 10%? Can I capture a 60% win rate with a 1-to-1? Like, it's such an easier way to do the math instead of being like, you know, I'm going to look for 4 or 5R. I only have to be right 18% of the time. It's like, yeah, but you're going to take so many losses in between. And I always tell people, like, I think futures prop firms especially just don't reward high risk reward setups. I think they reward like a more stable upside equity curve with lower volatility, right? Because you have tight drawdown restrictions, especially in the beginning. If you haven't built up a buffer, you have trailing drawdown, you have $2,000. You're trying to trade 1 mini on NQ with 2K of drawdown. You better have a high win rate. You know, that's the only way.
Exactly. That's the only way. If you don't have a high win rate, you have to drop down for sure. Because you could totally be right and still get popped. I mean, that happens all the time.
And I'm the same way too. Like, going back to what you said about Top Step, I just can't do the full port. Like, I know people make money doing that, man. And sometimes I'm envious because I see these 25K payouts through Top Step.
Right.
But I just can't do it, man. Like, I'm so conditioned to just like, if I make $500 on 5 accounts for a day, like, it's a great day.
Like, how many times do you have to lose and blow 5 accounts, then get them, then another 5 accounts? Like, look, maybe the payday's worth it. If you could do that all in a month, and at the end of the month net 15 grand, that's a great month, right? But it seems like a lot of work. Seems like it's more than I could handle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. First off, they're not telling you how many accounts they blew before they got that big payout.
Of course.
On top of that, these firms are not like, they don't want those traders. They're trying to limit those guys. Like, then you're going to get caught up, getting put into some type of focused trader plan, or
that's what I was going to say.
Like,
a lot of those traders get on that. I've never been on any focused traders plan. Like, even with Apex, like, they've asked me about stuff and for me to explain my strategy and show them, but I've never been on, because they see I never like take these crazy hits and these, like, if I'm getting a big fat payout, it's because it's from 10 or 15 accounts and it's $2,000. It's never, I'm never pulling out. Like, even with Top Step, I think my biggest payout from an account at once was maybe like 2,800. Like, because like, how long do you think I'm leaving my money in there? I want to get that money out. Like, I'm still scarred from the CFD days where these firms go out of business out of nowhere. So it's like, if there's money in there, like 1,500 or more, I'm taking that cash, you know? Like, that's
dude. I think the name of the game is, don't draw attention to yourself. You know what I mean? Stay on the undercurrents. Be that guy consistently taking out 2K, 5K, 8K. Don't give them any reason to draw attention to yourself. I really feel like that's the key if you want to trade props long term. Otherwise, like, I know these guys who do this. They get banned. They just go from one firm until they get banned, go to another one. It's like, okay, I guess that works, but
and then it's like all of a sudden you'll see you see it on Twitter all the time or on Instagram, whatever, that people are posting these big wins for a while, and all of a sudden they go dark. Like, where'd they go? Like, if you were making that much money, what, you just disappeared? All of a sudden, you're changing your strategy. Like, no, you weren't really making that money. You were paying way too much for evals. You were blowing stuff. Like, it's never, the magic you see online is never ever the real full story. Like if someone's selling you something, there's always more to it.
Also, if you are someone, I mean, you've been trading with Apex and taking payouts consistently with them for years now, right? And you've never been limited. So
no, they have never been limited. Yeah. No, never been limited. I've of course been denied from payouts, but I knew I was going to get denied. Like my next withdrawal is probably going to get denied because I went into drawdown too much. But like, I just see that as like extra buffer, like that's part of the game. And I know it when I'm happening. If you don't have your stop loss to that 30% on the dot, you're risking not getting this payout, but you're not going to lose your money either. So,
yeah, actually, because I'm finally trading with Apex. This is my first time in like a year and a half trying to get going with Apex because I do want to scale up with, I want to trade 10 Apex PAs at least.
Yeah.
But I used to have an issue with the intraday trailing drawdown, so I stayed away because I used to look for huge swings. Now I don't do that, so I can comfortably trade intraday trailing. So I said, okay, it's time to give Apex another shot. I started small. I'm on 3 accounts. They're up like, what are they up? Let me go back to it. Maybe you can school us and anyone in the chat too for people that don't know. Like, I want to take the max $2,000 out once I get enough in here. So right now I'm at 51.6 on 3 accounts, right? What is the profit target? Because it used to be 2,500, right? And you could take out 2 and leave $500 in there. You can't do
2,600. 2,600. Yeah, it used to be 2,600. Then you could take out 2 and leave $100 in there. You could take out or $600. You could leave 600. It used to be.
Okay, but you can't do that anymore, right? Isn't it?
Well, now once you get to 52,600, you could take out 500. Your minimum, you can take out up to 2,100. Right. So I'll take out as soon as I get that because first of all, I want to know if I got denied or not. Because if I take out right away at $500, maybe there's a denial in there. I don't know. And instead, I'm going to try to build my account for another month or 3 weeks, and then I'm going to be denied, and then have to start all over another 8 days. So I want to get my first request and denial it, and then let me build from there. Like give me that first denial. So that's also a good thing to do when you're first starting these accounts, to blow them. If you want to not blow them, but if you want to give some room to run to get yourself to the 52,600, go over your drawdown if you need to, or your risk, whatever it is, get to that 52,600, get denied, and then lock in and start doing your base hits. And 8 days of then $150 plus your 2,100 that's in there, you're all of a sudden being able now to request 1,300 out. The next, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would request out as soon as you can, because you don't want to have to wait another 8 days at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a really interesting perspective. This is with Apex guys specifically because their payout rules are a little more strict.
Right.
Okay. So you're saying I should do the minimum.
Just so that I know. 2,600, 2,603 or whatever number, you lock your account right then, like get over 2,600, lock it that night, request out $500.
Okay, so now one other question then. What do I need in my account balance to be able to take out the full 2,000?
$4,100. $4,100.
So if I get accounts to 54,100, I could take out 2K per account.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay, but I need the 30% consistency rule and the 30% buffer rule.
Right. Not going into drawdown more than 30% of, like, to start out with till you get to pretty much to your buffer. It's like about $750 or $800, something like that.
Per trade, right? Not per day.
Per trade, right? Per trade.
So if you have a stop loss at $600, that's your max loss on any trade. You're good.
Right. Exactly. And then you can get back into it right after.
And then you get right back into it. Okay, because that's what I was wondering, and that's what I've been doing. So my biggest stop loss has been like 500. So I'm nowhere near that if I go, because I really just want to wait until I get to the max payout. Just so, I don't know. I know you're about paying yourself, but I'm like, I want to get at least 6K out of this work.
But if you do a withdrawal after that, and then they say, oh, look, this one day, blah, 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 or maybe not, but maybe yeah, but it's like you'll have to then wait another full 8 days. Like instead, you could get yourself a quick 1,500, which more than pays for your Apex accounts and scaling up more if you want at the same time. So use that 1,500, and then it's only 500 out of each account. Even request 200 if you want, but I would say
You should
get the
still have a
request.
safe buffer.
Yeah, but just get the
Yeah.
request in, because you want to know if you're working right now for your next payout, or if you're working on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be surprised at the end of it.
And you want to know, like, if you did do something against their rules,
Right,
you want to know so that on the next run you're good and you can handle it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Because like once you do something, as soon as you do something against the rules, you know you got 8 days left from your next request. So
very good points. Okay.
Yeah, you got you know, like a big, when you're playing props, it's not just trading, it's also a strategy for props, right? Like you
absolutely, yeah.
Right. Like,
you got to play the game, guys.
You got to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, I just won that trade day cup, last week. You know
Did
about
you?
that? Yeah, there was a trade day.
I didn't know you won.
Yeah, trade day cup, and I came in first place on the last day, which like I called out 10 days earlier on that, but so I won that with negative RR and playing the game. Like, I lost my account there when there was 10 days left to the competition, and with trade day you need 5 trading days to pass. So the way that the rules of the contest work is you have to get a eval to funded, and whoever has the biggest funded account gets paid at the end. So I got an eval with 10 days left, passed it in 5 days. Then there was the Project X issue for 2 days, so I couldn't even trade. And then I had 3 days to trade and come up and take first place at the last day. So,
that's amazing. But bro, I'm so over Project X, dude. I think that platform is so overrated, man. Just Tradeovate all the way, dude. We don't have these issues with Tradeovate. There's an outage like once a week with Project X. I can't deal with that, man.
Does Tradeovate have bracket orders in yet, or no?
I don't even know, man. I don't use them. I think I heard that they've finally updated that. You're saying for copy trading, right? Because you could do it without copy trading.
Not just copy trading, but like, can I put in as soon as I enter a trade that it will be it will automatically put the stop loss and take profit where I want it?
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I think that was always available, but for some reason, if you're copy trading, it wasn't possible. And I think.
Interesting.
I think, so that's still a thing, apparently. Josh in the chat saying that's still a factor. That sucks. Yeah, for me, man, I don't know. My usual TP is like at least 25 points lately with the volatility. So I just have enough time to set my stop, set my TP. So that doesn't bother me as much, but it is convenient to have bracket orders. I do agree.
Well, I like the bracket orders for scalping, because sometimes, like when I was talking about that, like, the 5-minute candle closure and you're just going for like 3 or 4 points, that 3 or 4 points, sometimes right after a candle closes, just a quick pop up the other way, that can happen in sometimes 3 seconds, 4 seconds, where it's just like, you don't have time to like right click and drag and whatever. So I either use Project X for that, or Ninja Trader. I also have it as like an ATM strategy on Ninja Trader.
And you can copy trade there from Ninja Trader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, I'm looking at this market. We just tapped into this hourly bearish gap right here. So we're kind of getting a pullback. I still think ultimately we can make it up to this POC. I want to watch ES though. So ES, from my perspective, guys, it's broken above its POC with a strong hourly candle. So ideally we could keep a long bias and use this as our line in the sand, right? This previous day's POC area. And I would say, I would hope that NQ can pull back a little bit here. Maybe we can get that retracement in towards, I don't know, this 5-minute gap's pretty low. Maybe we got to use this closer one right here. We've already tapped it. Yeah, it's a tough spot here because I like to see a deeper pullback, but we might just rip up. I would like to see something like this. Looking at this price action on the 1 minute, there might be some stoic in here, some stoic TA. Ike, you can let me know, but something like, okay, we come up, make that high, and now we're going to come down, sweep out this low, but ultimately hold this level to take us one leg higher up to the POC. So, stop out early longs here with tight stops. They put in that new high. We're going to retrace, but ultimately hold this bullish level and go higher. I would love to see something like this play out.
Yeah.
Is there any stoic in there? I feel like
but the stoic has like a little bit deeper of a pullback, really. So like it would probably come down to take out the low at 490.
Here, I got your
Down.
screen up if you want to.
Okay, yeah. So like, if we're doing Stoic, for people who are familiar or not familiar, he's on YouTube's got this great SBS, which is like a swing break strategy, which I use a lot as a confluence. It's pretty much, this is pretty much the structure of it, if you will. So it's something that I use as a confluence. If it's working with my support and resistance, and it's working with, like the way I see price going, the EMAs and everything like that, it's something I keep in mind. I don't often base a trade off it unless it's going with everything else I see. So this is kind of like the SBS possibility I see here, but I would need some closures in here to then start thinking like, okay, now we're going to come down over here and try to take this out. But right now I still kind of like the longs because
Me too.
I go with where the market's going, and right now the market's going up. And like, I think I might get into like a little long here. Let's try this copy trading it.
All right, let's go, chat.
Okay,
We go.
Let's see if
Yo,
we can.
Yo, Ike, I saw like you just had 9 at first and you went down to 1 mini. Bro,
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yesterday. I don't know. Honestly,
No,
I don't
dude.
know. Maybe that was just free. Okay, so we're in.
Bro, yesterday at the end when I got off stream, I took a short on my Tradeify accounts. And before this, I was full porting some Apex evals trying to pass him. So I had 8, the number 8 on there because I was trading I don't know, 8 minis, whatever.
Right.
I moved over to Tradeify on my funded accounts that I've been trading for a few weeks. I accidentally took a short with 8 minis, bro, on my funded accounts.
Did it work?
So I almost hit my daily loss limit. It came within like 10 ticks, and then I got out at break even. So I lost like $15. So thankful. But yeah, dude, I haven't done something like that in a minute, bro. It's been a while since I did something like that.
So let's see. I'm really kind of just targeting kind of this wick fill here if it can happen. Like if I was kind of like looking for a swing or taking something like where it's in like a cash personal account, I might have gotten into like I might put another buy stop here, or if I was trading micros, I would have gotten in a part here, and kind of pieced my way out. But right now, yeah, if we hit stops, we hit stops. But I'm going to kind of use this EMA as like my last hope over here, hoping that it's going to respect the EMA, go down to the EMA and bounce and work its way up. So
I still like it. If we can pull back a little bit deeper, I would join you. I'm trying to see if we can get that idea I played out where we kind of sweep out that 1 minute wick and then continue higher. So I might join you on a long if we just go a little bit lower.
Maybe put your entry at my stop loss. Get a good entry over there. So
your stop loss is my entry. You
exactly.
Are
that's what they say. So let's see what happens here. And I'm copy trading this, right?
Tradeify,
yeah.
Okay.
Wonder why I don't see the. Yeah, I am copy trading it.
Yeah, man. The chat wants me to join the Grand Cup, but I'm just like, guys, I got funded accounts to trade. I don't know. Should I do it? You're doing it, right?
I did it, but I did it with the thought, same type of deal. I have funded accounts, so what I figured was like, if I can do a YOLO and get into a decent position, then maybe I'll keep it trading. But if I do a YOLO and I lose it, then I'm not going to waste any time, But it's like it's like if I get good field position, I'll play. But if it doesn't seem like it's working out there, then it's not worth putting in like weeks of your time, especially when there are some traders up there up 40 grand already or 50 grand. It's like, how are you gonna how can you compete with that when you know what I'm saying? Like those guys lost YOLO 4 times in a row and got lucky every time. Like,
yeah, because what are the rules? They give you 3 attempts, right? So you can get 3 tries at it. So, okay, you have 3 tries to YOLO and make 20K in a day to like get yourself started off
somewhere. Right.
And that's what they all did. I'm just like, okay, what do I do?
You can't really YOLO that hard either because you have 2 contract max until you have a day close where you have over 5K. Once you have over 5K, then you can go up to 5 contracts. So all those other guys are also YOLOing with 5 contracts. And you're stuck with 2 trying to make something. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Yeah. But they do have good prizes. I will shout them out for that. It's like,
for sure. No, I'd love to win.
The winner. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to win, but it's like, I can't put all that time into it because you see how often I'm trading these funded accounts as it is. So it's like I gotta really buckle up on that. But I've just been busy on the personal life. But that's what's great about having these funded accounts. They sit there when I could trade them when I need to. I don't have a pressure like, oh, I got to make a trade here, I got to do this, and I can get payout. And if I've got a week where I got to make some payouts, I can go bust some ass on the Asian session or London session. So
Yes, sir. Especially these days. I was just saying that on stream. Like, I feel like a few years ago, you could not make money trading NQ in the Asia session, but the volatility's picked up where
it has,
if you're a scalper, bro, you can catch 20 points in Asia, like day after day. You really can. People are lucky in that regard. Like if they are working a 9 to 5 and they can only trade Asia, you're not in the worst position.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we're pulling back a little bit.
See, I mean, it's almost like hit my stop or go. It's like do something here, you know.
I'm hoping we get one more little sweep lower, and I'm gonna join you on a long if we can get down to 25,640.
See, my only thing that I'm feeling a little bit okay about right now is that this seems to be a nice wick rejection area over here. Like the past few times prices come here. Oh
yeah.
And it seems to be rejecting here, and it's so far as kind of respecting the EMA, but this candle might be changing it because also now I have a closure below my range, which I don't like. I would love for this candle to close up here and I'd feel way better, but
I just got filled as well, so I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm in
together.
From 25,640. I had a limit order there. I'm looking for 25,675, so about 25-30 points.
Pretty much my entry.
Hey, I hope it goes much higher.
Yeah,
again,
no,
try to get low hanging fruit. I think it can go higher. We will see. We will see.
We'll see. I don't like this struggle. It's like if I had more discipline, I might move my stop up a bit more to like, under here, but I guess it's only like an extra 15 points. So
yes, I don't know, man. I feel pretty good about this right now. For me, my overall line in the sand is that 5-minute fair value gap. So that ends at 25,617. So for me, as long as we don't get a closure below 25,617, I like the longs for one more push higher.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me make sure these are all copying my. Yeah, they're all being copied.
Let's go. Come on.
So yeah, these accounts, it's going the wrong way. I'm not looking at the chart, but I can see these numbers. What's it called? Yeah, I've had these accounts since August, man. Like I got to do something with it. Like the problem is like you said, with Top Step, it's just super easy to like, and I'll take my payouts as often as I can. So that might lead to like blowing an account, but I won't blow an account unless I got a backup ready to go too. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm making sure I can just get my consistent payouts but it would be great to get a Tradeify payout. I've never gotten a payout from Tradeify. Not because, only because I've just never earned it. Every time I've tried
focused on them.
Yeah, I've just never done Tradeify. I've done plenty with the Apex. I got my funded futures. Most, Top Step. Most of the big accounts I've gotten payouts on, but Tradeify has been my like kryptonite. Like I would because I like Tradeify too. I like Tradeify. Yeah. I would love to be funded with them, but I've never gotten a payout with them.
It's so funny, man. Like we're kind of the inverse here because you love Apex. Apex was my kryptonite last year when I was trying to trade with Apex. Could not get paid out from them. Tradeify's, I love Tradeify. I've taken like maybe 7 payouts from them in.
Wow. Yeah. I remember when you were like.
Period.
Yeah, you've been killing it. You've been crushing that. Yeah.
We took another one last week. Another one from Tradeify. So yeah, I love them, man. I love the instant funded, but yeah, you just have to. You can't force it and you can't rush it with those firms because you have the 20% consistency rule. It's like,
right, exactly.
I just try to think of it day to day. If I can close green, that's all that matters to me. I think we're good, dude. I think this long's looking good. I'm almost at TP. We'll see.
I'm always looking at these wick rejections, and that's what kind of scares me here is I kind of got into a place where I had good wick rejections if you're coming from above going up, but I also see some coming back down, but it's kind of like wick rejection city here, right? It's like down here we got the wicks and up here. So this is like kind of the range we're in. So I'm just hoping we're breaking the right way. Did you take your profits or?
Not yet. My TP's at 675. So we came close for a moment.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have any reason to close it yet. Here, I can go to mine real quick. Show you guys where I'm at in this trade. We're close. We're close. One more push up.
Let's go.
Come on.
Okay.
I'll take it there.
Okay,
I'm out.
I'm still in it. I'm still in it over here. I'm trying to get like a quick like 225 if I could. 250.
225. Yeah. So what TP would be where? Like 90s?
I've got it right now up at 702, but I'll probably take it before that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not against another position. Wow, with price coming back down, if price flips back up right now. Only I'm going to put a buy stop here. If price flips back up, if it goes to my stop loss here, I'm just out.
I like that. Again, and guys, for me, I'm going to flip back to Ike in a second, but I'm just looking at this overall gap. So as long as this zone holds, so all the way down to 619, I still like longs. The only problem that I see is that we have this hourly bearish gap. So I think that's why we're pulling back here, at least with the way I read price. But I don't think we're going to get a full-blown reversal here. I think the market wants to tap that previous day's point of control. I'm still using that as a draw. So I think we got to be patient here. Market's consolidating. The only other thing is you got this gap right here too. So, I mean, maybe it wants to come down, fill this gap as well, which would suck. But this is like short-term line in the sand for me. But that was my trade. Again, put my limit order right here at this wick low, got filled, and just cut it. I cut it like 5 ticks early. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah,
but I still think you're good, Ike. You might get filled on a buy stop right here.
I did. I just got filled on a buy stop.
Okay, let's go to you.
Which also means I'm risking a bunch more now, but hey, that's what we're doing. I'm going to these swing lows over here. And yeah, that's trading exactly. So like I said, these are these Tradeify accounts, which really I haven't traded and should have. And so, you know, this is following all with what I kind of like, these wick rejections. I don't like how it's getting lower and lower, but here we are. Let's see where we go. And now, of course, I can.
Oh. Are these 50Ks or what size accounts?
50Ks. They're 50Ks. I know I'm over. Yeah, big over risk. Oh, big over risk over there, really. But I didn't have a stop loss there.
I think you had a stop, but you didn't put two contracts, so only closed out one.
Order submitted.
I'm just gonna put my stop loss there.
Now you got a better entry. All right. So we took an L. Took an L.
That's how it goes. But so and now I just keep looking. Now I'm just keep looking, you know.
Yeah, Ike. I mean, I feel like what just happened to you is what happened to me 30 minutes ago, right? I took a quick little loss, but then eventually got back in with the same exact bias. So again, I'll go back to my screen, guys. I still think longs could be in the picture. I'm waiting for this closure. So we have 2.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Let's see how we close inside this gap. Okay. If we close bullish, we could still look for that previous day's point of control. This is still not a massive pullback just yet. I'm still interested in longs. I'd even look at a fib retracement. You have 50% right here, which also aligns with this gap. So maybe we get a deeper pull. ES, I like to look at ES as well. ES looks about exactly the same. Again, if we're above the previous day's point of control on ES and NQ has its previous day's point of control to act as a magnet, I still prefer longs. And you're getting a nice pullback up here on ES. Let's see if NQ is following.
Yeah,
look at that gap.
Also following.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think this gap. Oh yeah, look at that. It just wanted to fill that whole gap. Damn.
Got popped. I got popped.
We get popped sometimes. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Longs are still valid for me, says Destiny. Yeah. Josh says, forget about the giveaway. This is more valuable than a giveaway. I agree with that, but I have Tradeify accounts to give away. They hooked me up with 100K. So I've been giving away 100K Tradeify account every single day for the whole week. But I feel like we got some good market movement here, man.
No, it is. It's good market movement. These are big candles. You know, there's a lot going on. And it's great for scalping too, because you're getting nice pushes in each direction. You know, this is a nice, lots of people don't like barcoding, but it's really not a bad strategy on like just buying on these tops. You see where the tops are, right? And you see where the bottoms are. Like I totally messed up on that last trade, but it's like, I'm still see the same thing. You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, this is such a good example of volatility being a good thing for day traders. So I had my order here, right? I got filled at 640. So like right here at the lows in this wick. This move back up to 670 caught me like almost 30 points. And it's nothing. Look at these 1 minute candles. It looks like nothing happened. I was able to capture almost 30 points doing that. Like volatility is the best thing possible for us as day traders, man. It's so great. Just capture, exploit that low time frame movement and get out. Yeah, look at this. This gap is just holding beautifully, man. I really think, like, guys, we still have the magnet right here. Let's put a nice fat magnet. Help bring the market up. You know what I mean? I think that's where we're going.
Yeah. So it's a nice move, like what you did with the using minis here, because it also gives your trade some room to like still be right, but play out, fully play out. You know what I mean? Give it a little bit more breathing room.
You mean the micros? Yeah,
using micros. I mean,
all summer I was trading minis on the 150Ks. The way I look at it, if you're trading the bigger account sizes, I think minis are great, especially with like Tradeify. You get $6,000 of drawdown. That's like pretty decent buffer. But on 50Ks, man, I can't handle the minis. I just can't handle it. It's too
maybe until you build up a buffer. Yeah.
And then you build up a buffer, you can increase the size. Yeah. Kirsty says, does Ike have a YouTube where he explains his strategy? Yes, he does. I put it in the description of this video. So if you scroll down, you can check out Ike's YouTube and his X account, all his socials.
Yeah, I'm the most active on X and YouTube. I try to do what I can on there and post when I can, but X is really where I'm the most active and posting the most, and just showing trades and things like that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still into these longs, man. Maybe we'll flip back to Tradeify. I don't know. Like with Apex, what's the biggest I can make to keep it under 30%? I don't know. All of my days have been like this. Like all my winning days are like 250.
That's what I mean. I don't worry about it, because if you're not making like if your days aren't like $1,000 plus per account, like you're fine. Like you don't need to worry about the. But yeah, we're going on that wick fill right now, right? We're on the 5-minute wick fill that we were targeting before.
Yeah, here, let me shoot over to your screen. What are you seeing?
Yeah, so before I was aiming for pretty much around here, 700 area, which is where we're going. But it's like these wicks love to get filled, like they always end up, like look at all these candles, like they all just get filled, and it's really. It doesn't mean, obviously, if you just go after every wick, you're going to get popped, because sometimes they don't get filled until price totally moves the other way. But if you use it in a confluence with what your bias was, like here I was bullish, looking at a wick over here, had a test a support. To me, it made perfect sense. But who thought that? I'm not putting 40 points was a little bit too much of a stop loss for me. On a minute, but
yeah, man, that is what I've been loving about micros, because I just have so much damn room, and I can DCA, I could add into that position. Like if it goes 30 points against me, like I got in too early, I'm still in such a small amount of risk that if now it looks like, okay, I was just like this exact situation, maybe I'm in early. Market pulls back 30 points, but instead of having to get stopped out, I just hold it. I let it rock. And then it shows me that the bullish structure is forming, and I was just 5 minutes early.
Exactly.
Now I could add into that position and really make it work. So yeah, I like the versatility of micros, but you do got to watch out for commissions, because they are a lot more expensive. If you're getting in and out of the market like 100 times, micros are going to get expensive.
They're going to eat you up. Got it.
Yeah, I don't do that. I take my, I take my spots, I take my hits, I go for it, and I get out.
Yeah. So what's the main accounts you're trading right now? Is it really Tradeify? Is that your number one?
Yeah, so it's Tradeify and Apex. That's all I got going right now. I got 4 Tradeify accounts. I was going over my stats on these 100Ks. So I took a 10K payout with 5 50Ks, right? And then this is the thing. Like I always preach using the bigger accounts, but I decided to do the 50Ks for once and like see how much easier I could get the payout. And I did get it. I got the 10K payout. I made 3,000 profit target, took out 2K, the max amount. But bro, this is what I've realized is like now I have $1,000 drawdown. So 2 or 3 days later, I hit a losing streak. I'm out. I blew the accounts because there's just not enough room. Like when I went on that run over the summer, it was with 150K accounts. So I was able to take consecutive payouts because I built up a buffer of like $10,000 per account in there. So once you start getting to those further profit targets, it's like, bro, I only need to make $3,000 for each profit target before I lose 10K of my overall drawdown. Like it just becomes outbalanced in your favor.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, there's also the thing to think about is because you have to make, oh, right. These are straight to funded though, right? You're talking
straight to funded. Right, yeah. Right. Only on the straight to funded. I think this makes sense because I think like, yeah, I think getting to that first payout on a 50K is easier with straight to funded for sure. But can you milk it? Can you milk 2 or 3 payouts out of that? Because I mean, if you start doing the numbers, like if you trade 50Ks, let's just talk Tradeify, you're dropping like for 5 of them, you're dropping at least 1,000 depending on their current discount, usually like 1,200. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get a 10K payout. Okay, cool. You got the profit split. So now you're only getting 9K. You say you get 9K back. You spent, let's just keep it easy. Let's say you spent 1,000. So you took out $8,000 of profit. That's great. But if you blow that account, now you got to redo it. You got to drop another 1,000. Okay, now you only made 7,000. And what if you blow that next set before your payout? So I just think if you can get to the opportunity that you milk at least 2 or 3 times off the same set of accounts, I think that's when like the money really begins to outweigh your cost.
With bigger
accounts, you can do that a little more easily because you have a bigger buffer.
Well, with the 150, do you need to get a certain amount to withdraw with Tradeify, or you just need to? You do. What is it? 9,000.
9,000.
But if you pretend that you're 50K, that you have to get to 9,000 before you can withdraw. Pretend your 50K is at 150. When you withdraw, you will have so much.
Oh yeah, you're chilling
because you're making the money one way in one account or the other. It's kind of like, well, one's cheaper. So if I just still have that same goal of make that money, you can do that. That's why I mostly mess with 50K top steps, because it's like for the 150s, I got to make 9K. I'm like, I'd rather just make 3K and then make an extra 6K in my funded than make another 9K in eval, then get funded, then have to make money to get payout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that makes sense for eval. If you're doing evals to get funded, I think that makes sense too. Yeah, I think it all depends. For the instant funded, I like the bigger accounts. So this time I went with the middle ground, the 100Ks, which nobody trades 100Ks. But my thought process was, okay, if you're trading with a firm that only gives you $3,000 of drawdown on 100K, it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. But with Tradeify, you get 4,000. So, okay, 4,000 of drawdown starting over 2,000 is a significant enough difference that I have a little bit more room, especially if I'm trading micros. And my profit target is only 6K instead of 9. So I just felt like, okay, the 6K profit target is not crazy to me. And then if I take out 2,500, I still have 3.5K of drawdown as opposed to 1,000 of drawdown if I want to take the full payout. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've never traded the 100K accounts, but I went with it this time. I'll go to my stats real quick. So this is where they're at so far. I started on the 29th. So it's been all green days so far. Here's my win rate. I actually have a pretty good R multiple right now, but it's just because I've hit a nice winning streak. I'm sure this R multiple is going to go down. It's going to go down to 1-to-1 at least. But right now it's 2-to-1, 65% win rate, total P&L 10K. So it's going good. And I've come nowhere near my daily loss limit because I'm trading micros, you know?
Right. Yeah, you got to do the Grand Cup, man, just to try it out. Like,
yeah, maybe I should, dude. Maybe I should.
I mean, it's free shot. Give it one shot, see what happens. And
oh, it's free? I thought you have to enter. I thought you have to pay.
No, the first entry is free. First entry is free if you have a Tradeify account. So it's free. You can just click activate and then just take one shot, take a shot at like 4 p.m. Like, Try
Little
to turn
full
two
port.
contracts and yeah, a little full port. And if you lose, there's only 2 days left before the elimination round. So it's pretty much, if you don't make money today, it's pretty much over, which is why I busted out of mine today. But
Yep, yep.
yeah, so I mean, it looks like it's just going to keep going higher right now. But yeah, I do need like a kind of a retest before I can get in, you know? Like,
Yeah, I agree. By the way, chat, we can run this 100K Tradeify giveaway. Let's do it. Let's run the giveaway. This is what we're gonna do. Ike, can you man the forts? I'm gonna just go
sure.
refill my water, and we'll
Yeah,
be
let me
right
see.
back.
I could see the okay,
Yeah.
I could see the chat right there on the side. All right, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just I'll be right back, guys, and we'll run the Tradeify giveaway. Ike will hold it down for like 2 minutes.
I'll hold it down.
Thank you, sir. I'll be
Sure,
right back.
sure. All right, so yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm kind of looking at right now. This is my Top Step 150K funded account. I haven't gotten a payout over here yet, mostly because I haven't been trading it enough. Here's my stats over here. You see, I got this when? Back on October 17th. It's almost been a month right now. And it's just been a busy kind of like October for me. Got kids, Halloween, all that stuff. So haven't been doing a lot of trading on that yet, but let's see what we got. You know, and I trade them differently. Right now I've got Apex accounts which are set up over here to copy trade. But here with Apex, I pretty much trade my support resistance, which is these gray lines here. And then in my Top Step account, I'm pretty much doing these little 5-point scalps, which if we can wait for a good candle closure, a 5-minute closure, I'll jump up in it. And that's it. Anybody? I see everyone just typing Tradeify in the chat. This is Tradeify. Yeah, Tradeify is coming. It's coming. So let's see. You know, it's a big part of trading is also just chilling and being bored. It's kind of like already $35. No, that $35 for Grand Cup is only if you don't have a Tradeify account already. If you already have a Tradeify account, then you'll see that then it's free to sign up for your first one. The resets you'll have to pay for. Yes, negative RR. Can you explain what the 3-colored line is? Sure. So this is for my scalping. So the 3-colored line, it's really just a simple measuring tool. You really don't even need it, but it just kind of helps me. It's pretty much measures because my rules for the scalping is pretty much a 10 to 30 point candle, and I'm just betting on the retrace. Which, if you look at all these candles, they all have a retracement. You can get paid off almost every one of these candles if you know, you would have taken it a retracement right after. But you know, I don't want to do it every candle. You have to have some rules. So I have it that it's got to be over 10 points. And I have some other rules where, you know, it shouldn't be mirroring a candle next to it. You kind of go with the EMA, things like that. But for the most part of this strategy, it's a 5-point candle. I mean, a 5-minute candle, and I'm kind of just waiting on a closure that's big enough for a small retest, and that's really that whole thing wrapped up.
What's good? What's good? All right, chat. All right, yeah, let's run this Tradeify giveaway. Looks like some of you guys are already getting entries in. Just type Tradeify in the chat. I'll give you 30 seconds, and we'll get this going. This is for a 100K growth account this time. So this is one. I have advanced accounts and growth accounts. This is the one that does not have an activation fee, so it's pretty fire. If you pass, you don't got to pay anything. Get those entries in. I'll give you guys 20 more seconds. What were you chatting about, Ike? You going over?
Well, I was just showing my other, all the, you know, my other strategy to this one and my scalping, my other one. But you see how I'm always talking about these wicks, right? Like, I mean, look at this. Like, really,
yeah.
You just need to not be too smart where you think like, oh, I know it's not going to happen this time. If you just say, oh, every time price comes here, it pulls back. Price comes up here, it pulls back. Price goes, like, you could really just make a couple quick points, you know, selling around here and buying down here, which is really a lot of my support and resistance. But it's like, you know, for the first step in it is really recognizing that it's really always happening. You know, like these wicks just keep getting filled. And then as you recognize it, you start seeing things that look familiar, and things that look familiar, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'll give it a little shot here, and surprise, surprise. Sometimes,
Yeah, I feel like especially when you're a scalper, right? Like you can just rely on, hey, the market sold off at this point I should be good to make a few points here. Like you don't need to predict the entire move of the day for that at all.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, 100%, bro. All right, guys, I got your entries in. All right, so this is good. We got about like almost 73 entries. No duplicates. So this is what we'll do. Let's just let's run a duck race. People love the duck race. Have you seen this, bro?
No,
This duck race giveaway
I'm
thing?
interested. No.
It's so stupid, but so fun.
Let's
I'll
see.
get it
What we
going in a
got?
second. Let me just get these names in. Okay, we'll do let's do 40 seconds or no, 35 seconds. All right, I'll get my screen up now. So everybody has a name. These are all the ducks that are one of their names, and whoever wins the race is going to win the account. All right, fam, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Ready? One. Hold on, I gotta get the sound effects. All right, here we go. All right, who's it gonna be?
I was expecting something quick, and all of a sudden it's like la 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 la.
I mean, they're just ducks, you know. Ducks are slow.
We got Mark Hodge in the front. Mark Hodge running up. We got Nunzu Chan, 88K, coming in the front. Ready on the back. Oh, I was speaking with Ready before. He was saying it costs money for the Trade If I Cup, but it's only if you don't have an account. Ready falling behind over there. We got Aces popping up. Let's see. Wow.
I like this commentary, bro.
Okay. We got Kenny coming from the back. Kenny coming in front. Kenny for the first place. Let's go, Kenny.
First place. All right, bro. Kenny, it's all you, dude. So this is what you're going to do, man. Drop your YouTube handle in the chat for me, okay? Just drop that YouTube handle in the chat so I can make sure we got the right guy. And then we'll get back to some trading. But yeah, my dude, you want a 100K account with Tradeify. Kenny 4028. Perfect. I got you, bro. I got you. Oops. Remember, guys, if you won an account already this week, you can't win another one, just so everyone knows. One a week. All right, cool, though. That's for Tradeify, fam. All right, you guys want to – we'll do one more real quick, but not for Tradeify. This will be for Top 1 Futures real quick. Hold up. Oh, Kenny 4028. Yo, you did win yesterday, my dude. You can't. I'm sorry, bro. It can't be you. It can't be you. We got to run it back. I just checked. Sorry, dude. You can't win the account. My bad, bro. All right, let's run another duck race, guys, real quick. Real quick. Listen, I don't want to mess anyone up over the 100K account. It's the most power. You know, everyone wants that account. So let's do this. We'll just do a pinwheel. Make it quick.
Oh, wow. So many different ways to win.
Yeah. All right, guys. Ready? One. It's not going to be as intense now. Let's just get it done. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, we got it spinning. We got Kenny. Aces.
Aces. Okay, that name is not familiar, so I'm guessing you have not won at all this week. So you're the winner. Drop your YouTube handle in the chat, my dude. Come through. Let us know you're here. Where you at, bro? Also, we're not missing too much when it comes to the market, it looks like. Yeah. Still just kind of grinding up.
It's like I'd like to get another trade in, but if it's not there, it's not there, you know?
Exactly, man. All right, Asus, you got like another minute, bro. Where you at? He's on the toilet. Dude, listen, bro, if you're not here, it is what it is. Don't come. I know he's going to come back in like 10 minutes and be like, yo. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds, bro. And then we got to run it back. It's taking too long, guys. All right, 10 more seconds, bro. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's run it back. One more time. One more time. Snooze, you lose. And no, it's over now. If he comes back, it's over, bro. I'm sorry. MMTT, are you in the chat, my guy? MMTT, let us know you're here. Let's save this name. Someone, JF said, Ike got kids? Wow. Is that a compliment? Is it because he looks so young, or what does that mean?
It's like, I can't believe he found someone to have kids with.
Bro, if this person doesn't show up, I'm losing it. I'm not going to give the account. I'm just not going to give the account away. You guys are just going to lose your privilege. Yeah, it's a bot. It must be a bot. Okay, we're not doing this one. I'm respinning because that's definitely a bot name. Remove. Last time, dude. Last time. Ooh, Urcon. That's my boy. Yo, that's your account, bro. I know Urcon. That's all you, bro. That's your account, my dude. This is for the growth account, the one without an activation fee. And that's, dude, Urcon is my homie, but that was all by chance. I mean, I didn't program nothing. Shout out Urcon. Just hit me up on X, bro, and I'll hook you up with your Tradeify account. There we go. I'm so happy that happened.
Nice.
All right, sick. All right, guys. So let's I'm back on these markets.
We're just out here filling wicks. I mean, I'd love to get either a candle that's kind of like bigger than 10 points over here that I can kind of either scalp, or I'm waiting for a little pullback against my, like I've got a little stoic situation, which could happen, but either way, I don't just buy like midway through the my range, like I could buy down here, which is what I did over here and then got popped. If I would have done it here, it would have been lovely. But I could buy it down here, maybe here, but now we're like just too high up. So right now I'm kind of looking for price to come back to the support to test it and maybe fulfill a stoic prophecy on the way down. But I do like how all these wicks are, again, rejecting over here. Price comes into this range, seems to keep turning around, keeps coming in, keeps turning around. And the same down here.
Urcon is saying he's also in the banger long. Let's go, boys. Damn, dude.
Oh,
nice.
Sweet. That's nice.
Where are you long from? Let us know. Give me a price. You see, these are the days, bro, when I used to trade high risk reward. These were like the best days ever, when I could just catch that beginning move at the open and just hold it for freaking 300 points.
Your entry was what? Your entry was down at like 640 before, right?
Yeah, the Apex one. Yeah, we got in at 640. Exactly.
Right. So, I mean, that's a beautiful,
25,524 is his entry. Oh, damn.
25.
So he's been long 524. He's been long since the open.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. See, and maybe it's a flaw, but I guess that, the proof is in if you're getting paid, you're doing it right. I could never hold trades like that, like except in my personal account where I kind of scaled down a lot and I just kind of swing on those. But I could never hold like a prop account. I don't know. I not that I don't want to. Like I envy people who could do it. But for me, once I see 200, 300, 400 copy traded, like I can't. You know what I mean? It's weird. I could do it in an eval. I could hold it, but
I think there's a fine line, right, between holding for like the biggest move possible, always expecting a home run, and also though not taking profits too quickly. I think there's a fine line there because, like, you know, I trade with Top Step a lot too. I love Top Step, and sometimes with them, I'm like, damn, man. Like, I've had trades where I see the move, like a big move, and I still just take my 30 points, and it's great. My 30 points made money, but I go, maybe I should try and, like, I don't know, work out the muscle to hold a trade when it makes sense. But then it gets really discretionary, right? And then you start like, well, when do I always do that? Do I not do it here? So it can get messy, but I think the longer I trade, like I've been trading 5 years now, maybe in 8 years, I can be really good at like being like, okay, this is a market I should take base hits in. This is a market I see an opportunity and I should hold for. Maybe I'll become a better trader and be able to do that. But right now, I do best with just stacking base hits. You know, they add up.
And they add up. And the payouts, as long as the payouts are coming, you know you're doing something right. You know, lots of times when people are getting payouts, they all of a sudden try to like perfect their strategy or learn more or like really lock in. But, you know, it's like you made it to the promised land. It's so easy to fall off by overcomplicating things. It's like, that's why I tell when people are making like a decent, steady payouts are coming in and you're consistently, you know, you could pass the challenge, you know, you can get a payout if you want, if you want to work it. I tell people like, stop learning. I know it's controversial, but it's like, I feel like there is a point where when you're a beginner, you kind of understand the market. You're like, oh, it's going up, I'm going to buy. Oh, it's going down, I'm going to buy. And then a beginner all of a sudden wants to learn more. And all of a sudden they can't pick a winner after that, you know, like
100%, man. 100%.
So yeah,
what was I going to say? Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. Top Step just recently released like some of their data. Apparently, there's like 20% of people ever pass their challenge. So most people don't even ever pass the challenge. Right. Apparently, 0.3% get to a payout. Do I have that right, guys, or is it 3%? Either way, it's like a tiny percentage that ever get to a payout. And then the people who get put into a true live account, it's like 0.1.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so if you're somebody that can take a payout, if you've taken even 2, bro, you are literally in like the top 1%, top 5% of people doing this. It means you got something, you're doing something right. So
and
just build off that.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine who someone I know from high school from way back in the day. And when I was making money in trading, I'm like, you know, let me show you just kind of what I'm doing. The simplest, like I didn't give him a whole breakdown, support, resistance, wicks. This just my simplest, you know, my scalping strategy, the simplest strategy. Dude, I set him up. I posted it on X, but he has gotten his 3rd payout already. Now, I think we started talking when I first got him 1 payout. I think when I was on the stream at that time, like the first time. But dude, he's got his 3rd payout now. He's got 2 funded accounts with Top Step. He only knows Top Step. Like he doesn't know anything about the industry. But dude, he is consistently getting payouts. And every time he asks, he's like, "Oh, I seen this on YouTube." I'm like, "Don't watch anything." I'm like, "You're getting payouts. Do not change it."
You're good.
And then he's like, "Oh, I see the market's open at night." And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Whatever got you to where you are, just do that. Do not learn. Stop it." Because you know how it goes. You're like, "Well, if I made a few $100s in New York session and I can trade at night, I could make $1,000 overnight." And it's like, you fuck around and find out quick, you know?
Dude, I mean, how long has he been trading? Like a few months, and he's taking payouts?
Not even, yeah. He doesn't know the first thing about anything. Like I had to explain what a candlestick was. Like he doesn't know anything about anything. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely insane, man. Yeah. I mean, that goes to show like your philosophy, right? It took me 2 years to get a payout. It took me 2 years. And I was probably overthinking it, you know? So this guy comes in, he's barely thinking. He's just following the system you give him. He's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I can on. And look, I mean, the kid's not the smartest kid either. So I mean, like let me see if I could find hold on. Where's my profile? Yes, sir. See, Worst RR got the license plates over there. Let's see.
Such a sick license plate, man.
You know, in Jersey, it's only like $50 for $50 to find to get a custom license plate. So like every time like I take like a big poop, I order a new plate. Like I'm just like I got some hanging back there, you know, one says like NQ pay me. back there, buddy. You know?
Yeah, dude, your background is sick. A few people in the chat mentioned that.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that was a drunk night on Amazon. But yeah, look, this guy, he's showing me his payout. He doesn't know what's going on over here. Like, so when was this? Because now this was when he got his first payout, October 17th. So he's already got his third payout, and he's trading like constantly. Like he's still going for more payouts. He didn't blow his account or anything. You know,
Bro, that
so
is insane,
like,
honestly.
yeah. And I'm saying it, and most people, when you first started trading and messing with like, what if it was like MT5 or something on scalping, you probably made money your first few trades and was like, oh, this is so easy. And then
Most
you're like,
people do,
you
yeah.
learn more, right? And then you learn more, and all of a sudden you can't, right? So it's like, yeah. So here it's like I'm conflicted over here. You know, like I of course want to get another trade in if I see the opportunity, and the problem is I see it being bullish because I'm getting closures above, but I also see these rejections. So it's like, it's kind of a guessing game here, and I don't want to guess and hurt my account on a guess and then be mad at myself when I wasn't sure about it. But you know, I see him going both ways here, which is really why I have to wait. You know.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I'll go back to my screen for a minute. I haven't taken any more trades since. I mean, guys, we still have our previous day's point of control up here, so I think technically we still have a draw on liquidity. We have a magnet for price, but it's too high up here, and we're slowing down now. We're still inside this hourly gap. Like, this gap has not been invalidated yet. So when it comes to like it being a resistance level, it can still be resistance. At the end of the day, we zoom out. Look at this hourly chart. It's bearish, right? We have a pullback. This is a key resistance level for me. It's not just slicing through it like butter. It's actually holding up. So could this act as resistance? It currently is acting as resistance, but we still have this draw on liquidity above us. So bit of a conflicting, conflicting our information here. So I would say this is still the line in the sand. This 5-minute bullish gap. You see right here, we came in, we filled the gap, we made a leg higher. Now, when we went higher though, we have not really displaced above this high, right? We're kind of like swing failure patterning it, just going wick above, rejecting. So does it want to act as resistance and bring us lower? Definitely can. We're inside a key level. We're in a higher time frame downtrend based off the hourly. It can go either way here. So I would say this 5-minute gap is my line in the sand. If we get a closure below this, maybe, we're just back on to go lower. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. I don't want to be involved in this chop. That's for sure. I want nothing to do with this. Yeah, I wish I had a better bias for you guys or something more clear, but I feel like this move up was nice and clean. Now we're slowing down a little bit. I wouldn't go short just because we're inside this gap, but it also just stops me from wanting to get long this high up when I'm aware that we're at some key resistance zones. Josh says, Zach, previous day's point of control is hit on MNQ. At least that's what it's showing on my chart. Interesting. Hold up. Let me take a look, Josh. I have it up at 25,774, but let me double check that. Yeah, I have it on 25,774. Double check if you're looking at the 30-minute time frame when you're marking it, and also double check, make sure that you're including the overnight session in your profile, because you can get a little bit different levels. Let's see what it is on NQ. Oh, on the minis though, we have engaged it just about. So that's interesting. This happens from time to time. The previous day's point of control, or like some levels on the volume profile, like the value area high, value area low, could be a little different on the minis versus the micros, because at the end of the day, they are different instruments with different volume, right? So it's not common, but it does happen from time to time. So yeah, that kind of conflicts even more. Like if I was trading the minis, I could say we're inside that hourly fair value gap, which is bearish, and we're practically rejecting from the previous day's POC. So this is always my line in the sand. Once the level's engaged, maybe this is where we hold as resistance and go lower. We have conflicting info on the micros versus the minis. What I
Right.
always say with that is when you have a situation like that, I just trust the instrument that I'm trading instead of trying to guess, like, should I do the minis? Should I do the micros? If I'm trading micros, I'll put a little more weight on the micros, you know? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Dharmesh
like
says, yeah.
when I'm trading normally, like I'm like, which is why I don't trade oftentimes, like Asian session, things like that, is I'm looking for like most candles to be like a good like 5 minute candles to be at least like 10 points, like showing some volume. There's trading happening, and like you look at the last few candles, they're all closed. I mean, they fly up and down more than 10 points, but the way that they're closing, it's like it's really, to me, it's really a guessing game at this point. Like you can't really, there's nothing really telling me. Like I'm kind of bullish because we're closing, we're in the range going up. At the same time, we're at a rejection zone. At the same time, I do see stoic SBS. At the same time, we deserve a little pullback at this point. It's 11 o'clock, so some shit could get wild. So it's like,
Yep.
as unfun as it is, it's like you got to just wait over here. Like it's just like, taking a shot is just taking closing your eyes and it's not worth it at the end of the day. Even if you win, it's not worth it.
Yep, facts. I totally agree. And okay, Josh, yeah, that clears it up. So you were looking at RTH. I'll show you exactly how to get the overnight sessions. So go to settings, and you don't even have to pick a time, because when you go to sessions, you're going to use all. Okay, so do all sessions. If you do that, it shouldn't even give you the option to choose like a time window, because you're doing all sessions, and that should fix it for you. But yeah, look at this. I mean, this hourly gap is holding, man. It's holding for now.
Yep.
Oh shit, it's 11 a.m.
Oh.
Yo, Ike, I think we'll probably go over to the next segment.
Yep.
Just want to say thanks again so much for coming on,
Of
man.
course.
I hope to see you on a lot more.
Yeah.
I love having you on as a guest,
Definitely.
bro.
We'll talk soon. And yeah. Wish I could have had a little bit more. Could have been a little bit more exciting today, but we play with whatever the market gives us. So here we are.
It's how it goes. It's how it goes.
All right,
Exactly,
guys.
bro.
Thanks.
Take care,
It's a
man.
lot of fun,
Thanks for
everyone.
popping
Thank
on.
you. All right, man. Talk to you later.
Peace out, brother. Later. All right, guys. W Ike, man. How do you guys like Ike? Chat, let me know. Do we want Ike on more often? I see right away. Simon says, Ike, come on more. Josh says, great session. W Forex Ike. Yeah, he's great. Christy says he's great. Yeah, he's awesome, man. Listen, he took a loss today. That's how it goes. We take losses. Like, I see this dude just destroy trades, just base hits, quick scalper, high win rate. You're going to take L's sometimes, I took an L2 in the morning. Then we made it back on a win. Knowing Ike, he's going to find another trade as soon as he gets off, and he'll end up green on the day. You and Ike pair really well. Yeah, I think so. I think we're a good duo for sure. Love having him on. His trade ended up being right. Yeah, his stop was just a little too tight. Absolutely. Brother, I had written 56 earlier. Dude, I'm going to have to just go back in the chat and double check. If it's you, then it's going to be you. If it's the other guy, it's going to be the other guy. We're just going to have to look. I'm going to have to look at the chat. So I'm going to find out the right person. If it was you, don't worry. I got your name on here too. So we'll figure it out, brother. Zach, when to know when not to trade? Great question, bro. Great question. Depends how you read price action. If you do it the way I do it, then for me, everything is based off of a draw on liquidity, right? Our target. Yo, Vampire, if you keep spamming the chat, bro, I just told you, I'm going to figure it out. If it was you first, I got you, bro. You'll get an account. Okay? I promise you, man. I promise you. DM PFM support. We'll get you hooked up, bro. No worries. Give me your YouTube handle again too, real quick. And guys, I have more accounts to give away. So stay tuned. We got another hour of stream, and I got more accounts to hook you guys up with. We got what do we got? Let's see. I got 2 more accounts, 2 more Top 1 Futures accounts. So we're gonna run another giveaway very, very soon. So just stay tuned for that. Let's see what we got though. Yeah, so we're pulling back here. We're pulling back, chat. Vampire, you're good, bro. I got you. Yeah, you must be on dial-up. I got you. You're going to get an account, bro. No worries. You're going to get a Blue Guardian account. How many times do I got to say it? You're going to have an account, my guy. Oh my God, dude, if you type it one more time, Vampire, I'm going to have to kick you, bro. You won an account. You won. Don't worry. Please no activation. Blue Guardian does not have activation fees. Top One Futures does. It is what it is, guys. If you win an account that has an activation fee, that's it. All right. But when it comes to knowing what not to trade, what you got to do is, it depends on how you view price action. With me, everything is about draw on liquidity before my entry. A lot of people get focused and obsessed with getting the perfect entry technique, right? They all they do is focus on, okay, if the market does this, I buy. If the market does this, I sell. For me, and the way I teach is that before we come up with an entry technique, we have to be more focused on where do we think price is going and why. Okay, that's where draw on liquidity comes in. So for example, today, our draw on liquidity has been the previous day's point of control. That's been the draw. Okay, so before we come up with an entry, we know that we want to focus on longs to trade up to the previous day's point of control, right? You know what we've done there? We've taken half the guesswork out of trading by having a clear target. So now I know I don't want to get caught up, induced into looking for shorts, right? Especially if we're on this 1 minute. How many people were probably shorting here and here, thinking like, oh, the market's making lower highs and lower lows on the 1 minute here, right? They're not using higher time frame analysis. They're not looking at the market structure on anything above a 1 minute. So just because we're in a 1 minute lower time frame downtrend, we go to the 5 minute, we're in an uptrend, right? Market made a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, took out all these swing highs right here, pull back, sweep liquidity. We're in a 5 minute bullish uptrend. So if my target is to the upside and we're in a 5 minute uptrend, I'd rather stick to longs. So that is what stops you from getting into a short. This is we just said, this is what stops you from shorting too early or looking for a trade in the wrong direction, getting caught up on that low time frame volatility. Yeah, Vampire, I got your YouTube handle, so you're good, bro. No worries. Remember, DFM, PFM support on X, okay? So you're going to DM them, send a screenshot, and show them your YouTube handle, and you're good to go. Okay. How do you close? You say your strat is to how close is my strategy to Ike's strategy? Here's the thing. We look at technicals a little differently. So like I look at fair value gaps. He looks at classic support and resistance, right? So when it comes to a technical perspective, our strategies are actually quite different, but we both operate with a base hit scalping approach. So that's where we're similar. We like to look for short-term swing highs and lows. Like all I want to do is take a base hit, capture 20 to 30 points, get out of that trade, take my money and come back again. That's where we're similar. We have a similar mentality. Here, let's get this music on too. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's what I would say. I'd say we're similar in how we execute, but we're different in how we read price action. But yeah, guys, let's see. We got about 40 minutes left. We'll do another giveaway very, very soon, so stay tuned. But for now, I want to analyze this. Yeah, we got a lot of chop going on. We're inside this gap. I'm going to turn off the executions. I'm also going to go back to Tradify. I do take another trade. I'd like to do it on Tradify now. And we're chilling. I mean, okay, so this is my P&L on Apex, about 400 per account. Let me go to my Tradify accounts. You guys remember I took one loss on stream at the open, but I had a winning trade in Asia, so I'm still up on the day in Tradeify. Right here, we're up 200 per account, so we're chilling. We're chilling. We're up on all accounts. I would like to take another trade on Tradeify now, though. Zach, your voice glitches sometimes. Okay, hold up. Thank you for letting me know. Let's fix that. How's that? Let me know if that's better, guys. Good now? Okay, cool. Yeah, happens from time to time. But yeah, this is chop. I mean, I got no interest in this. That much I can tell you. Let's also log out of Apex here. Or no, we're out of Apex. Let's just take off executions. Slow. All right, maybe we'll run another giveaway. Let's do this, guys. I'm gonna take a quick 2 to 3 minute break, and as soon as I get back, we'll run a giveaway for top one futures. Oh, here, let's do this. I know what we can do. Hold up. How's that, chat? Is that better? Let me know if this is good. It's good now. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's the audio buds. That's all good. All right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Let's run another giveaway. Okay, so audio is coming and going. Sounds better now. Yeah, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it for good. All right, guys, market's pulling back. I think we're gonna go a little bit lower. We might be able to take a long on a pullback. But let's do this. I want to run a giveaway for top one futures. So stay tuned. I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes and we will run this top one futures giveaway account. Okay. So for now, I'll be right back. Okay. Right back. And then we'll collect names in 2 to 3 minutes. All right, chat. So just stay tuned and we will be right back. All right, chat. We back. Not much has changed in these markets. Pulling back though. I mean, this is why we don't want a long, right? We don't want a long when we're inside higher time frame resistance. We're inside this hourly bearish gap. So let's do this. Let's run this top one futures giveaway. I see some of you guys already entering before I even mentioned it, but that's cool. Let's do it right now. I'll give everyone 30 seconds. Get your entries in. Type in top one futures to enter, and we'll get this going. So you got 30 seconds. Go ahead. Give us your entries. Get them in there. There we go. There we go. Shivam says Josh is going to win, I think. Why do you think that? Dude, I'm just hyped Erkan won that Tradeify account, man. That was cool. Remember, guys, if you've already won an account this week, you can only win one per week. So if you've already won on Monday or Tuesday or today, no need to enter for this one. All right, I'll give you guys 5 more seconds. All right, there we go. I think everyone got a chance to get in. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. It's so funny. Someone's YouTube name is Love You Zach, so I just see this every day. Someone saying Love You Zach. I appreciate it. It's good? Okay, cool. Cool. All right. All right, chat. Let's do this. Let's do a pinwheel. This will be for one. I have 2 more accounts to give away. We'll give away one right now, and we'll give one more away right towards the end of the stream, or a little bit before the end of the stream. Let's just do one for now. Okay, let's do it. We go. Ooh, SH21. SH21, are you in the chat? Let us know. Let me know if you're in here. And drop your YouTube handle. SH21, I see you. Yes, baby. Let's go. I love when they answer quick. Drop your YouTube handle, man. Or woman. Miss or sir. So let me get your YouTube handle, which is different sometimes from the name here in the chat. Perfect. Got you. Love when that's nice and easy. Love it, man. You deserve that account. You made that so easy. All right, we'll give away one more account in, I don't know, soon, very soon, before we get off stream. Let's get back to some charts. We'll do one last giveaway I got for you guys, but we'll do it in a minute. So we're pulling back. We're pulling back here, chat. Is anyone in a long or a short? Anyone looking at anything? This is tough. I want to look at the initial balance real quick. You guys know I pay attention to that from time to time. Okay, let's get the initial balance up. If you guys don't know, this is the indicator I use. It's called DR/IDR. It's free, and it'll mark off the initial balance for you automatically. So we have broken the initial balance high. So we know now that we have a roughly like 70% chance, depending on the price action, that the market is not going to make it all the way back down to the initial balance low. How can that help us? It could help us determine that even if we do want to take a short we know that the probabilities are very low of us making it all the way back down to the low here, okay? It's more likely, since we broke the IB high, that we pull back to some type of key level, maybe this 50% mark of the initial balance, to go higher. All right, so I think I still like longs looking at the initial balance. Now, if we haven't broken the IB high, I would say we could reverse all the way back down to like midnight price or the initial balance low, because we're always going to break one side of the range. It's very rare that we don't break either the high or the low. We always break one side for the most part. So we already broke the high. So probabilities tell us we're not going to come all the way back down and break the low now. So I think I still like longs. I'm not like super convinced in this as like an ultra bearish pullback, you know? Josh says, oh, wow, pulling back to New York VWAP. Let's see if it bounces. There's a 15-minute bearish fair value gap right at New York VWAP. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, where are the higher time frames? So we already tapped into this, but we could dig a little bit deeper into this 15-minute gap, right? So maybe something like this. Sweep out this liquidity right here. I can see something like that. That could be a good long setup. That might play out though for the PM session a little bit more than for AM, you know? But there's really no other key levels for me just yet. Like we have these gaps, you know, they just need to hold as support if we're going to stay bullish. This song is good. Okay, cool. I'll make a note of that, Wendy. What song is this? Okay, cool. This is ES Monami. No idea what that is, but it's all on StreamYard. We'll see, guys. I'm like on these Tradeify accounts, I got to make a 6K profit target, right? So I am almost halfway there. 3,000 would be me being halfway there. So, I mean, I got room, but I'm just taking it really slow. Like, again, if we go over this P&L calendar, I'm not taking crazy home run trades. You know what I mean? My highest profit day was 700. But that keeps my consistency score easy to get to 20%, right? Total P&L 10K, and this is just off 5 trading days, or 6 now, starting at the end of October. You remember we took that payout around here, and then we set up some new accounts. So I would like to take more trades. I'm only up like 200 on the 4 accounts, but I just don't want to force it, you know? I don't really like this area. I do think we make another high because we've created a bunch of relative equal highs up here, right? So I could use that as a target, but I'd like a deeper pullback first. That's what I feel. That's how I feel about this. I don't know. We could just put in the higher low right here, though. Yeah, honestly, we could. Should we try one more? Okay, let's do 3 micros. Start off right here. See if we can get a fill. Oh, God damn it. I always do that. I gotta close that. I need to put my copy trader on. There we go. I do think we could still go lower, but honestly, if we go lower, I could add into this. I do think we're good to take out these highs before the end of the day. So let's see. If we take out these highs before I get filled, then no trade. Is giveaway done? Nope, we got one more account to give away. I'm going to do it soon. With a budget of $1,000, which futures instant accounts would you recommend? Great question, bro. Honestly, if you have a budget of 1,000, it depends. You can go with Tradeify, which is just the most reliable and safest instant funded firm, in my opinion. But they're premium pricing. Okay, they're a little more expensive. If you care more about getting more accounts for a cheaper price, cheaper cost, I think Top One Futures is a great option because they have 55% off, right? If we go back to Prop for a Match, this is the beauty of Prop for a Match, right? Compare and contrast your favorite firms, right? So these are all the futures firms. For instant funding, again, Top One Futures is one of my top picks because of their deals. Like you can get 55% off with code match. I think with a budget of 1,000, that might be your best bet. You can get more accounts and scale up more. But I would say it's either TOF or Tradeify. Tradeify, it's only 30% off with code match though. That's still good. Still a good price. So I would say one of those two would be my recommendation for you. And he says, I think this could pop, but got to wait outside the shop. I think I missed my trade. I missed it, guys. I think we're going to take these highs out. I'm going to cancel this order for now. We had the right idea, though. I think we're going to take out these highs. Sam the Trader. Josh is asking if you're a beginner or are you experienced in trading? Let us know. Zach, what's the most valuable piece of advice you would give to your beginner self when you were just starting out in trading? Great question. Honestly, for me, the biggest piece of advice I could give anyone who's like still in their first year or two is submit to time. Submit to time. Everybody wants to see like massive success in their first year or their first 2 years. It's just not realistic for most people. It's just not. You got to be okay with just like eating shit for 2 years learning how to trade. It's just the truth. People don't want to say this. People that are trying to sell you a course don't want to say this to you, but it's just the truth, man. You got to be comfortable with eating shit for a couple of years straight. Eventually, you will get there if you don't give up. But that's the key. You got to just submit to time and understand that this is a process that takes a long time, okay? That would be my best piece of advice. Submit to time. The good things will come. Damn, look at that. We took out those equal highs. We just didn't get filled. That's how it goes sometimes. Look at that. Beautiful move. Isn't that funny too, though, guys, how throughout this chop, I had no interest. I said, I'm not interested. Then we get this pullback. We take out all of these stacked lows, tap into this imbalance, and I go, now I'm interested. I missed the entry. That's fine, though. But we timed it correctly. That's how you read price action. And that happens when you submit to time and just deal with it. I can think like that because I've been trading for 5 years and I've watched charts every single day for the last 5 years. I have not missed a single day on the charts. Doesn't mean I'm never wrong. I'm wrong all the time, but you know what I mean? Like you can find things like that after you just get your reps in watching these candlesticks print. My psychology is bad. Please give me some tips. How to control over trading. Bro, there's no easy answer for over trading. There's no easy answer except like give yourself some discipline, stand up for yourself and stop. Like, I wish there was better advice. I wish there was like a secret. That's the best advice. Like, have some respect for yourself and stop over trading because it's gonna mess you up in the long run. You're not gonna succeed if you over trade. If you can't handle a red day, you're not gonna succeed. Plain and simple. So give yourself get some self-respect and stop that because otherwise you're going to be in a burnout cycle and you're never going to figure it out. I wish there was a nicer answer, but that's it, bro. It really is. That's the truth. The truth, man. You motivate me, Zach. I appreciate you. You motivate me, bro. Chart time is supreme over any course or video. I do agree with that. I think you got to learn how to read charts. You know, it's just like anything else. Like If you're going to learn how to be a doctor, you can learn everything you need in a textbook, technically, but that's not going to beat having real world experience. That's when you really learn. It's just like anything else. Hey, Zach, I DM'd on X, but did not get any reply. If you DM'd PFM support, it takes a couple days. So if you DM'd today or yesterday, it'll take a day or two for them to get back to you. So just stay patient, sit tight, you'll get your accounts. For 5 years, and you just got profitable just last year. It's been about 2 years now, but yeah, I was unprofitable for 3 years. I got my first payout in my second year, but I wasn't profitable yet just because I got a payout. I still was like at a net loss for how much money I spent on challenges and courses and education. It wasn't until my third year, the end of my third year, that I actually made back all of that and became profitable consistently. Yeah. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear that you can do this in a year. It's just not the reality for most people. That's a total submission to time and not giving up. See how you were growing now. Yeah, exactly. It's the truth. It's really the truth. Damn, guys, we are going to engage this previous day's POC. Guys, 80% setup. It cannot lose. I'm kidding. It does lose. It loses 20% of the time, but it works 80% of the time. It's such a good setup. More people need to use it. Previous day's point of control. Look at that. When the market was down here, would you have been able to think that, oh, we're probably going to go up here? I mean, maybe. I don't know, depending on how you look at price action. But most people are probably just trying to short this. They're probably trying to short all this because they don't know about the previous day's point of control. They don't know about the 80% setup. We're just chasing that dopamine in the starting years. Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. I've been eating loss after loss for 3 years now. Just 2 months ago, I started trading the opening range breakout, and I can't believe the stupid, simple strategy got me profitable. Wow, congrats, bro. I'm happy for you. Everyone has their own time frame. You're right about that. Some people can learn in 2 years. I've seen people do really well in a short time window, but the majority, what I've seen, like the general, if you're generalizing, usually like 3 years is a good marker. Like if you don't start seeing any success after 3 years, you're probably doing something wrong. I think that's like a good generalization. I got paid using previous day's point of control with Ethereum. It works. I believe it. I believe it, bro. I don't look at crypto for like day trading. Like I invest in crypto, but I don't day trade it. But I believe it, bro. The buy is really going long. Yeah, the buys are beautiful right now, man. I'm telling you, we're good. We're gonna engage this POC. Like we're chilling. Clean price action this week. Do I suggest instant funded accounts? I do. I will say if you're like brand new to trading, if you're in your first 6 months or your first year, you probably don't need to do instant funding because you're just going to be paying more money up front to learn. I think then buy challenges. But if you're somebody that like you're starting to see some success, you have a good read on the market, I think instant funding is great because it just takes the evaluation process just totally out of the picture. And you just work on making profit, get that payout. I love instant funded accounts. I love them. I've made a lot of money on them. I've made tens of thousands of dollars in the last couple months, all off instant funded accounts. They're great. But if you like don't have a profitable strategy, then trading instant funded accounts is not going to make you profitable. You're just going to spend more money and lose it. So everything is a give and take. Which firm is good for instant funding? So we kind of went over this, but I'll go over it one more time. For me, first off, I only use prop firms that are listed on Prop Firm Match because those are the firms that you can trust to pay you out. When it comes to instant funding, I love Top One Futures and I love Tradeify. Those are my two favorites. And they have different reasons on why I like them. Top One Futures is solid because you can get 55% off. They have the best discounts at all times. So 55% off right now with code match. I mean, I think, let me go to their website real quick, or we can even do it here. Is you can get the price on here too. If we go to challenges, so we go to instant. So 50K instant funded account. This is one of their favorites, right? With the 55% off promo, it's $180 for an instant funded account. That's nuts. That's insane. So, yeah, they have great deals. That's what I love about Top One Futures. You get the best bang for your buck. Now, if my one other option though for you for instant funded is Tradeify. Tradeify is you're going to pay like a bit more of a premium price. Okay. Please off the background music. I'll do that. With Tradeify, you're going to pay a higher price for your evals, right? Like with the current discount, again, code match for 30% off Tradeify. But if we go to the 50K instant, you're paying $356. So it's more expensive, but you're getting premium, like you're trading with a premium firm who pays out very quickly. So both of these options are good. Those are my two go-tos for instant funded, and it just depends on what you want to do with it. So that's what I would say. That's my opinion. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, no problem, bro. I'm using Prop Firm Match for more than a year now. Yeah, I mean, they're great, man. You're always going to get the best promos, the best discounts, and you're only trading with trusted firms. It's the key. You don't want to be that guy who spends 6 months trading or like even a month to get a payout and then get denied. You know, you avoid that stuff with trading with PFM listed firms. That's the point. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, we mentioned it only once. We're still running that promo where if you do have a futures account and you write a review on Prop Firm Match, you'll be rewarded a 25K account for free. So get that in. If you're trading with a futures firm already, you might as well write a review, give an honest review. How do you like the account? You'll get a free account out of it. A 25K futures account totally for free by doing that. So just always want to remind you guys, they're only doing that for the first 500 people that get those entries in. So it's a limited amount of people, but you still got time to do it. You did it for Top Step last week, Prashant? Nice. Hey, Zach, any tips for transitioning from CFD to futures? I'm new to futures, so any help would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, great question. Okay. After I answer this question, we'll run a giveaway, guys. But okay, so for transitioning from CFDs to futures, there are a few things that are very different, right? Number one, with CFD firms, you generally are going to have a 2-step challenge, right? So you need to pass phase 1 and 2, and then you can get payouts. Now, let's go over the pros and cons. Cons, a 2-phase challenge is much harder to pass, okay? In futures, you either have a 1-step challenge or you can do instant funding. A 2-step challenge, very hard to pass. The pass rate is like abysmally small. It's so small. And it's a higher upfront cost than like a futures challenge. That's 1 step. So that's number one. Pros and cons. The cons are that it's a lot harder to pass, but the pros, you get static drawdown and you have bigger account size options. Like, and by account size, I'm really talking about the drawdown. So you can trade, if you have a 100K account, you can get $10,000 of static drawdown, right? The biggest account you can get in the future space in terms of drawdown is like a 150K from Tradeify, which gives you $6,000 of drawdown, right? Why does the chat spam? I didn't say anything about entering, guys. There's no reason to spam. Just like stop. Y'all are killing me. But I lost my train of thought. So, okay. Cons, harder to pass the 2-step challenge. Pros, you get more drawdown, right? Number 2, futures firms, you can copy trade multiple accounts. Multiple accounts. With CFDs, you really can't. You cannot copy trade like that. A lot of them have limited your ability to copy trade. So if you're trading a 100K CFD account, you have a big drawdown. You get $10,000 of static drawdown. That's great. But you can only trade one account. So if you want to make $5,000 on a payout, right? Let's just say you want to make 5K. You got to make 5%. You got to make that 5,000. And you can only trade one account at a time for the most part. Now let's talk about futures. If you're trading futures, here are some of the cons. Trailing drawdown. Everybody hates the trailing drawdown. Number one, I always just try to make people understand your drawdown is only trailing until you make your buffer. Once you make your buffer, it stops trailing and you have a static drawdown. So just think of that as a challenge, part of the challenge phase. But number two, the pro is that you can copy trade multiple accounts. Let's go over Tradeify, for example. Since we started Prop Firm Match TV, I was trading 5 Tradeify accounts. I took a $10,000 payout, right? All I had to do was make $3,000 copy trading 5 accounts, and I took $2K out per account. So instead of trading one 100K account, if I want to make 10,000, let's say, I got to make that 10%. I have to make a full $10,000 on that account. Whereas trading with Tradeify, I traded 5 50K accounts. I made $3,000 copy trading, and I'm able to take a 10K payout for doing much less. Those are the give and takes. I personally think you can make a lot more money trading with futures prop firms. I think the scalability is unmatched, okay, with the amount of accounts you can trade. I think with CFDs, though, once you get into the funded stage, because you have a static drawdown from day one, it's a little bit easier to take small payouts. So advice, I would say, learn how trailing drawdown works and learn how to position size. So use micros instead of minis. And just get used to it. It took a little while for me to get used to the trailing drawdown. Just remember that once you make your initial buffer, your drawdown is no longer trailing. So just think of it as part of your challenge phase. That's all. Then you have a static drawdown. But yeah, that's like the big thing for me. Yeah, everybody talks about the trailing drawdowns. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Adarada. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but I think it's a give and take. The thing is, if you can scale up with futures, you can make way more money. Like also the CFD space, it's just, they're having some issues. Like their model is not as profitable and they have issues. Like how many times do you hear about payout denials in the CFD space all the time? The futures firms don't really get payout denials. They just don't. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. And a lot of these CFD firms, even the big ones, will limit you. Like if you start being profitable, they'll limit you to 1% risk per trade. Or with futures, you don't have any of that. And you can take out, I know people that have taken out millions in futures prop firm payouts. Millions. So I think long-term, futures has a lot more scalability and opportunity. And we didn't even get into the execution, spread, and slippage. Like, I can go on for hours. The first time I bought a prop firm account, I lost the account in 2 minutes because I didn't know what trailing drawdown was. Damn, dude. All right, chat. We're about to hit the POC. Let's celebrate another green day. We've been green every single day this week, locking it in, taking all my trades live. We're chilling. We are killing it. Let's do a giveaway. Let's give away our last top 1 futures account. Top Step or Apex? Top Step. But Apex is good too. But I would say Top Step. But remember, you know what? Maybe I'd say Apex, bro. Honestly, I'd say Apex because right now their deal is fire. You don't get promos with Top Step. That's the thing. But if you go with Apex right now, code match, 70% off. That's like an amazing deal. So I would actually go Apex. All right, yeah, let's get your entries in. Type in top 1 futures in the chats. Remember, guys, if you already entered, if you already won an account this week, no reason to enter again. Urkon says W, best team on stream. Thanks, bro. Love having you here, man. Yeah, get those entries in, fam. Last account of the day. Last one. Remember, come back tomorrow. I'm giving away another Tradeify account. 100K. And all of our usual accounts, all of our sponsors. Shout out Blue Guardian. Shout out Top One Futures. Shout out Tradeify. Showing love to the stream, you know? Okay, I'll give you guys 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's get these in. All right, chat. Let's do this. Let's get it done. We ready? Last giveaway of the day. Let's get it going. Ooh, Banu. I recognize that name. You've been around for a while. Congrats. Congrats, Banu. Drop your YouTube handle for us, okay? Congrats, Banu. Guys, if you're not in, then you missed it when I stopped copying. I gave everyone 30 seconds. Banu, drop your YouTube handle for us, bro. Real quick. Let me get that YouTube handle, which could be different from your name sometimes. So check that. Let me know what it is. There we go. Banu5885. Thank you, bro. All right, chat. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. We did our giveaways. We took our winning trades. And look at that. Market tapped its previous day's point of control right as we're going to get off the stream. Look at that, bro. Beautiful. We called this exact move. I got to get a timestamp for this. This is what we called. We said this is exactly what's going to happen, and it happened. We just read the market so well, man. Also, Banu, just so you understand, this is how you're going to claim your account, okay? You're going to go over to X, type in PFM support, DM them here with proof of your YouTube handle, okay? But that's it, guys. I think we're going to call it fucking, sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but W stream. We're taking wins. We're just making it happen. All right, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll be back, as always, with John. John will be here at 8 a.m. Shout out to the regulars. Yeah, all of you guys. Josh, Darmesh, I Am Gold, Shavam, Ken. Love all you guys. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, as always. Peace and love. Talk to you then.